The difference between golden immortal and hollow immortal was obvious. In a few seconds, those 6 people had turned into 6 bodies. The difference between golden immortal and hollow immortal was obvious. In a few seconds, those 6 people had turned into 6 bodies. Golden immortal cultivator? The people around looked at Yi-tung in shock. He had some fame in the town. Some cultivators knew him because he was trustworthy and often went out to help people concoct pills. He was more famous after taking people's pills and immortal crystals 3 years ago. 3 years later, he was golden immortal now. If it was so easy to break through to golden immortal, there wouldn't be so many hollow immortal cultivators here. In this town, golden immortal was high above everyone else. Those cultivators looked at Yi-tung with some reverence. Even Yi-tung was happy. He so easily killed 6 hollow immortal who were on par with him before. Before he could take the storage rings, more than 10 dashing lights came. Yi-mo knew the leading man. He was golden immortal middle stage, the Feng Shui Merchant Association leader, Shang Baihe. Yi-ting knew he definitely was no match for Shang Baihe. He retreated back to Yi-mo. Yi-mo noticed that although a lot of cultivators came, there were 2 golden immortal cultivators. One was golden immortal middle stage, and another was only golden immortal primary stage. The middle one is Shang Baihe, golden immortal middle stage. Yi-tung whispered to Yi-mo. Yi-mo nodded. He didn't care at all. He could kill golden immortal middle stage at hollow immortal middle stage. Now he was golden immortal primary stage. How could he care about an ordinary golden immortal middle stage like Shang Baihe? No wonder you're so bold now. So you reached golden immortal. 2 golden immortal, so powerful. That's why you dare to kill our Feng Shui Merchant Association people. Shang Baihe glanced at the bodies and said coldly, "Association leader, I'll go kill him." The golden immortal primary stage said, "No need, I haven't fought for a long time. Probably a lot of people have forgotten about me. I'm going to let them remember that there's someone called Shang Baihe in the Blackweed town." Shang Baihe said. That he walked up and glared at the 2. Who wants to die first? He then glanced at Tong Zhu and Jiang Jin before saying plainly, "One of them is ugly, but our Feng Shui Merchant Association can take turns with her." Hearing this, Yi-ting was furious and about to attack. Yi-mo waved his hand. "Don't waste time, I'll do it." Yi-mo knew Yi-ting definitely was no match for Shang Baihe. "Young man, you reached golden immortal, very good. Indeed, there's only a few golden immortals in this entire town." Shang Baihe sneered at Yi-mo as though he could kill Yi-mo at any time. Yi-mo couldn't even be bothered talking. He pulled out Zisu and rushed his immortal essence. Illusion Cloud Domain Kill Strike. Shang Baihe acted as though he didn't take Yi-mo seriously, but he was wary of Yi-mo. Yi-mo could kill golden immortal primary stage. He couldn't be careless. He was only putting on a show for everyone else to see. Feng Shui Merchant Association lost a golden immortal cultivator. He desperately needed to assert dominance. Only the blood of golden immortal can make people fear. He didn't think Yi-mo just reached golden immortal. He guessed that Yi-mo was already golden immortal when he killed the golden immortal cultivator. He just hid his power to hollow immortal. Now that he saw Yi-mo was golden immortal power, he knew his guess was right. No matter how powerful the talent, even the number 1 person of the 33 heavens can't reach golden immortal from hollow immortal in 3 years. When Yi-mo hacked out Zisu, there was a huge rune image above his head. He prepared that, waiting for Yi-mo to attack. At the same time, he released a metal-shattering ring immortal artifact. The huge rune image turned into countless runes as they flew around protecting Shang Baihe. They were like strange mosquitoes making a buzzing sound as some flew towards Yi-mo, while his ring also attacked Yi-mo. Shang Baihe's rune image could not only protect him, but attack the opponent's soul. This was a top-grade rune, but it could only be used 3 times. He used it twice already before. Yi-mo felt a shaking in his sea of consciousness, and Daimi knew the power of this rune. Without hesitation, he sliced tens of spirit sense blades over. Yi-mo's spirit sense improved again after reaching golden immortal. His spirit sense blade domain was more perfected and powerful. Shang Baihe immediately felt that the rune's power was significantly lowered, as though about to break free from his control. Shang Baihe was shook. When Emo killed a golden immortal, he knew Emo was no simple character, but he didn't expect Emo to have spirit sense attacking method. If Emo broke his rune image, things might get into a stalemate and he might have the lower hand. In his desperation, Xiang Baihe inserted more power into his ring, trying to heavily injure Emo while he was using his spirit sense cultivation method. Usually, when cultivators use spirit sense attacks, their control of magic artifact would lower. But Emo was different. His spirit sense was far beyond golden immortal tertiary stage and was about to reach into the range of abstruse immortal spirit sense. He released Zisu that was extremely intimate to him. Not good. Xiang Baihe felt his ring didn't speed up after he inserted his immortal essence and spirit sense into it. Instead, it slowed down. Although Emo was golden immortal primary stage, his power was far beyond his. This was a domain formed by the magic artifact. It said only great immortals could easily use such means. Emo was a mere golden immortal, but he could use it. Fighting him was asking for death. Realizing this, Xiang Baihe immediately sweat and quickly called, "Friend, wait. I'm willing," but since Emo had killing intent for him, nothing would be able to stop his illusion cloud domain kill strike. His immortal essence rushed into Zisu, making his sword domain fiercer. Purple ray hacked through the dense runes as blood splashed. A worried essence spirit fled, and before it could go far, it was devoured by Shadowless. Ever since devouring the golden shirt's essence spirit, Emo felt Shadowless power increased greatly. Thud. Xiang Baihe's body fell on the ground. The surrounding was dead silent. No one thought the fight would end up like this. Xiang Baihe's force seemed dominant, but he didn't even last one round and was killed. Was this Pill Master Yi an abstruse immortal? Some people were even suspecting Emo was an abstruse immortal. He just pretended he was golden immortal primary stage. The other golden immortal of Feng Shui Merchant Association immediately reacted. There was full of horror and disbelief in his eyes. He immediately took out a transmission rune, but how could Emo let him go? He waved Zisu and illusion cloud domain kill strike was used again. The golden immortal primary stage tried his best to activate the rune, but he couldn't even break free of the binding with Emo's domain kill strike, came and was slaughtered. 2 storage rings landed in Emo's hands and no one dared to speak. 2 storage rings landed in Emo's hands and no one dared to speak. In less than 15 seconds, the 2 golden immortals of Feng Shui Merchant Association were annihilated. Emo's dominance immediately brought its benefits. The 2 other Merchant Association of Blackweed Town came up to greet him. Even though they were a little stronger than Feng Shui Merchant Association, but this was nothing compared to Emo. Emo didn't want to dominate the entire Blackweed Town, so of course, he wouldn't reject the goodwill of the other 2 Merchant Association. He greeted the 2 association leaders nicely before saying to the expectant cultivators, 3 months later I will be starting pill concoction. Because I can't do this all myself, I need some help. If there are pill kings, you can come find me. This caused even more ruckus. Pill Master Yi said this, clearly meaning that he would be taking in a few pill kings as disciples. If a pill king reached immortal pill master, then his status increased more than 100 times. Even a level 1 immortal pill master wouldn't have to worry about any cultivation resources here. As Emo and them went into the town, this news spread like the wind. Even the nearby towns heard this. Feng Shui Merchant Association was annihilated by Emo, so their place became the 4's new home. But Emo didn't like this dark-themed buildings, so he took it all down and built it according to MOU City style. Of course, he just took out the blueprint and let Wai Tung and them do the work. Emo was flicking through Xiang Baihe's storage ring. He thought he earned quite a lot getting that golden shirt storage ring, but the golden shirt and the other Feng Shui Merchant Association's golden immortals things combined wasn't even 10% of what Xiang Baihe had. Emo found 3 million top-grade immortal crystals, and there were also large amounts of immortal materials and immortal spirit herbs. There were tens of level 4 immortal spirit herb and 1 middle-grade attack immortal artifact. This guy dominated the town for so many years. He had quite some collections indeed. But Emo knew that although there seemed to be a lot here, he used up cultivation resources very rapidly. So he still needed to do pill concoction. But it wasn't going to be 1 or 2 years to reach abstruse immortal from golden immortal primary stage. Even an ordinary golden immortal had tens or even 100,000 top-grade immortal crystals, but that blue-dressed female cultivator only gave him 10,000 immortal crystals. They really waved him off like a beggar. He just wanted to save Nia Shuang now, so he couldn't be bothered slapping her face, but if she was mistreated there, then don't blame him. A month later, the Black Weed Pill Tower was completed. Yi Mo set up multiple defense and attack formations outside. Other than Wei Tung and them, he didn't hire anyone else. He even just gave it an ordinary name. This was only his temporary staying place. Once his power was slightly higher, he wasn't going to stay here. Black Weed Pill Tower became the most popular palsy here. Yi Mo only spent a month each year for pill concoction, the other times he was focused on solitary cultivation. He gave Yi Tung and them the authority to manage the pill tower. Of course, they would hire other cultivators to help and use time for cultivation. Being with Yi Mo, they never lacked cultivation resource. Yi Mo rarely came out, but everyone knew his name in the town. The main thing was that this pill tower was the only place that sold immortal pill, and second was that the construction had the best immortal spirit chi in the town. Only they had an immortal spirit chi gathering formation. There were little hollow immortal cultivators who could set up such formation, and even if they could, they didn't have the immortal crystals for it. The only pity was that the pills of the pill tower had a limited supply. Pill Master Yi only concocted a month each year. This was far from satisfying the needs of the town, plus the nearby towns needed pills too. The pill tower was filled almost every day, but most of them left with empty hands. He didn't even dare to release Golden Will Pill, or the doors would squeezed broken. Yi Mo didn't come here to serve everyone, he came here to cultivate. Later on, Yi Mo just let the pill tower only open for 1 month every year. During this time, anyone could come to him for pill concoction, and the extra pills were sold here. But even so, it was immediately bought by people with immortal crystals or immortal spirit herb. The cultivators of the town almost went crazy when they released their new opening times, but even so, no one dared to go start trouble. They had an immortal pill master who could instantly kill golden immortal middle stage, and if you annoyed him, he would just leave. People wouldn't even have this 1 month left anymore. So every year when it was Yi Mo's pill concoction month, the Blackweed town would be the most populous. Cultivators from everywhere would line up for pill concoction. Even the 2 other big merchant associations of the town didn't dare to say anything. Otherwise, just the countless cultivators here for pill concoction would tear them apart. Time flew by quickly, and this was Yi Mo's 2nd year here. His golden immortal primary stage power had been consolidated. His immortal essence and spirit sense were more powerful. Other than a level 3 immortal pill master, he was also a level 2 immortal formation master and a primary stage immortal forgery master. The low-grade immortal artifacts he made were top quality amongst low-grade immortal artifacts. Today, Yi Mo just finished pill concoction and Jiang Jin came to collect the pills. Brother Yi, there's 2 level 9 pill kings here to visit. They said they wanted to join the pill tower and be your disciple. Hearing this, he dazed. He said this and a lot of people came, but no one could satisfy his requirements. These people either wanted to learn and leave, or didn't have enough skill. Yi Mo felt strange that people still came after 2 years, but he was indeed sick of pill concoction. Even though he was halfway level 4 immortal pill master, but he still felt it was very boring. Yi Mo needed people to help. Let them come in, Yi Mo said. Okay. Jiang Jin left. If it wasn't that Jiang Jin really didn't have the talent, Yi Mo would even want to teach her pill concoction. Jiang Jin was very smart and also good with people. She was more meticulous and cunning than Yi Tung and Tong Zhu. Moments later, Jiang Jin brought a man and woman into Yi Mo's pill concoction room. As soon as they came in, Yi Mo felt a faint killing chi. Yi Mo knew this wasn't targeted at him, it was because these 2 had experienced too much slaughter. The man seemed skinny and had a well-educated temperament, but he couldn't his ferocity from Yi Mo. The female cultivator was very quiet and pretty, but she also had a tense body. Lu Zhongyan greet Pill Master Yi. the male said. Then he pointed at the female cultivator. This is my wife Lu Man. Yi Mo frowned and didn't talk. Yi Mo frowned and didn't talk. Although this immortal pill master didn't seem to welcome them, Lu Zhongyan still saluted with his fists. Both of us are level 9 pill king, so we wish to join pill master Yi. I believe I would be able to concoct level 1 immortal pill soon. Of course, if pill master Yi feel we don't belong here, then we'll leave immediately. If it was some ordinary cultivator, Yi Mo would have waved them off already, but Yi Mo felt this male cultivator was familiar. He didn't have contact with many people in the immortal realm, but even he couldn't remember where he saw this person from. Seeing Yi Mo still not talk, there was a sliver of disappointment in the man's eyes and he saluted with his fists. Just when he was about to leave, Yi Mo suddenly said, "Do you genuinely want to join the Blackweed Pill Tower?" Hearing this, Lu Zhongyan quickly responded, "Yes, Pill Master Yi, I swear that both of us truly want to join here. I heard you were taking in Pill King disciples, so we came here from the distant Hongchong town." Yi Mo said, "Since you truly want to join us, why do you hide your golden immortal power to hollow immortal power?" Yi Mo could tell Lu Zhongyan was golden immortal tertiary stage, and Lu Man was golden immortal middle stage. There was something strange about this no matter what. Both of their faces changed. They didn't expect their stealth cultivation method was seen by Yi Mo. Even great immortals wouldn't be able to see through it. How was Yi Mo able to do it? Lu Zhongyan almost subconsciously took out his magic artifact, but seeing Yi Mo's calm face, he immediately remembered that Yi Mo could instantly kill golden immortal middle stage. "Sorry, Pill Master Yi, my wife, and I hid our powers indeed. We're not intentionally trying to trick you, it's because our enemies are too strong. We have to hide everywhere. In this region, hollow immortals are the most common, so we're just trying to avoid attention." Lu Zhongyan genuinely. Then he saluted with his fists and was about to leave. He realized why this Pill Master Yi ignored him. Yi Mo smiled, "Don't worry, because I feel you're a little familiar." Yi Mo's face changed. He remembered who this person was. The two's face changed and Lu Zhongyan released his magic artifact without hesitation, looking warily at Yi Mo. Yi Mo waved his hand and said, "Don't worry, if I wanted to kill you I wouldn't even need to get up here." This was his pill concoction place. There were all sorts of attack formations. Lu Zhongyan realized this and frowned. Although he didn't put away his magic artifact, but he took 2 steps back, protecting his wife. "I believe you're right. I came from Yuheng Heaven. You probably saw many wanted signs in the immortal cities there. One of them is me." Yi Mo dazed. The reason he remembers Lu Zhongyan was because when the 9-headed void-devouring bug was ravaging North Far State, many sects went to Pei Hai City for asylum. Ming Xian brought her sect too. He went to their temporary meeting hall and saw an image. That image was Lu Zhongyan. Seeing Lu Zhongyan being so nervous, Yi Mo smiled. "Don't worry, I have no ill will. I saw an image that looked exactly like you in North Far State, Immortal Her Valley." "What?" Lu Zhongyan's face went red with excitement. "You're a cultivator from Luo Yu continent? You've been to Immortal Her Valley? How is it now?" Seeing this, Yi Mo knew that painting was probably Lu Zhongyan. Perhaps this person was the founding father of the Immortal Herb Valley. "Have a seat first." Yi Mo pointed at a chair, and then he took out a few cups, pouring a cup of 10,000-year stalagmite wine for everyone. Good wine. Hearing Yi Mo talk about Immortal Herb Valley, the vigilance in Lu Zhongyan's eyes were gone. After he calmed down, Lu Zhongyan asked, "Pill Master Yi, I created Immortal Herb Valley myself. How is it now? Ever since I reached Immortal Realm, I haven't seen any more sect members ascend. What is going on?" Yi Mo sighed. "I don't know if there were cultivators after you who ascended, but I need to tell you, within these few hundred years don't expect anyone to ascend. Even if there is, it would only be one." He was talking about Qin Muxin. She was cultivating in South Peace State and had the potential to ascend. What is going on? Pill Master Yi, please enlighten me. Thank you. Lu Zhongyan saluted with his fists. Yi Mo nodded. I don't know how long Brother Lu had ascended, but right now the spirit qi in North Far State is very deprived. Immortal Herb Valley is only a 5-star sect. The strongest is only Hollow Spirit State.
What?
Lu Zhongyan was completely dazed. 100,000 years ago, the Immortal Herb Valley flourished in his hands. How did a 9-star sect fall to 5-star sect? Lu Man comforted on the side. Yemo could only say, not only Immortal Herb Valley. The biggest sects in North Far State are only 2 8-star sects. There wasn't even a single truth realization state cultivator. North Far State fell to such extent. Lu Zhongyan murmured, no wonder there was no more disciples ascending after me. In Lu Man's comfort, he recovered a little and asked, Pill Master Yi, I didn't expect you to be Luo, you continent North Far State cultivator. The 33 heavens of Immortal Realm are boundless, and it's fat that we could meet. However, I offended someone tough in Yu Hung Heaven, and I could only flee to Wenju Heaven. Lu Zhongyan sighed. After I ascended, I was at Yu Hung Heaven. Cultivation was hard, but I was a level 9 pill king, and so I didn't lack cultivation resources in Yu Hung Heaven. Level 9 pills aren't useful for golden immortal cultivators, but they are useful to most hollow immortal cultivators. I lived a better than average life because of this. When I just ascended to the immortal realm, I thought all the cultivators here were immortals and would be more generous than the people in the cultivation realm, but I was too naive. I got a heaven flame, blue and flame, ranked 10th in the cultivation realm. Yemo said. Lu Zhongyan nodded, yes, but I didn't expect I was fine to have it in the cultivation realm but get into trouble because of it in the immortal realm. My flame was seen by a cultivator called Han Wei. My flame was blue at the time, and he immediately wanted my flame. He offered my 5,000 top-grade immortal crystals. Yi Mo sneered. This Han Wei was too dominant to make such a price. Lu Zhongyan said, I rejected immediately. 5,000 immortal crystals was a huge fortune for me at the time, but even if he gave me 100 times more, I wasn't going to sell it to him. He robbed it? Yi Mo asked. Lu Zhongyan shook his head. His origin is big, but he didn't dare to rob in the Feng Gang Immortal City. He didn't say much, but I felt things weren't good. I didn't go, and waited nearly 2 years before carefully leaving. However, 2 years later, he still wanted my flame and chased me. Lu Zhongyan held his wife's hand and said, if it wasn't for my wife, I would have died to him already. He suddenly attacked me a few million km away from the city. I used a tattered rune I got at the marketplace to counterattack and injured him a little. At the time he was hollow immortal tertiary stage, and I was only a hollow immortal primary stage. Lu Zhongyan held his wife's hand and said, if it wasn't for my wife, I would have died to him already. He suddenly attacked me a few million km away from the city. I used a tattered rune I got at the marketplace to counterattack and injured him a little. At the time he was hollow immortal tertiary stage, and I was only a hollow immortal primary stage. When I was ready to die, I met my wife. She was hollow immortal tertiary stage at the time, and she had bought pills from me before. She knew Han Wei, and knew he was a bad person. So she helped me and ambushed Han Wei. After we killed him, we fled out of Yu Hung Heaven to avoid being hunted by Lu Jingquan. Lu Jingquan? Yi Mo didn't expect Lu Zhongyan would bring this name up. Lu Zhongyan nodded. It's Lu Jingquan. He's the Heaven Lord of Yu Hung Heaven. That Han Wei had some power, but he was someone who couldn't be more insignificant to Lu Jingquan. I don't know why Lu Jingquan would send an order to hunt me for that. I was almost caught many times in Yu Hung Heaven. Luckily, we met a good person who took us out of Yu Hung Heaven. Then we went across a few more heaven domains and came to here. Lu Jingquan was powerful, but he wouldn't be able to find us here. Yi Mo didn't expect Lu Zhongyan to not only come from the same place as him, but also have the same enemy. But he wouldn't say he had enmity with Lu Jingquan. My wife changed her surname to mine, and concocts pills with me as well. However, although I was the top pill king in the cultivation realm, I couldn't break through to immortal pill master here. My wife is the same too. Lu Zhongyan sighed. Hearing this, Yi Mo realized how lucky he was. Lu Zhongyan used more than 100,000 years, but was only golden immortal tertiary stage. He had only cultivated a few years and reached golden immortal primary stage. He also used just a few days to reach immortal pill master from level 9 pill king. From this, one could see the power of the three-birth chant. No wonder the divine damnation was so harsh on him. He had bad talent, and was this absurd using the three-birth chant? What if a talented cultivator used three-birth chant? Just how terrifying would that be? But Yemo knew that someone with 8 spirit roots was very rare. Yemo had decided to help the couple now. He felt uncomfortable thinking about that Lu Jingquan and asked, "Do you know what power is that Lu Jingquan's? 100,000 years ago, I heard he was great eternity immortal. I don't know if he is immortal king now, but I guess he probably did. He's the heaven lord. It should be very easy for him to get cultivation resources." Lu Zhongyan frowned. Lu Man added, "I heard it's very hard to reach status immortal in the lower 11 heaven domains." Yi Mo sighed. He had golden page world and three-birth chant. With time he didn't believe he couldn't take out a great eternity immortal. Yi Mo said, "Brother Lu, I have some connections with your immortal herb valley. If you're willing, then stay at Blackweed Pill Tower." "Of course we're willing." Lu Zhongyan got up in surprise and joy. He then wanted to pull his wife to be Yemo's disciple. Yemo knew what Lu Zhongyan meant and quickly waved his hands. "Brother Lu, don't worry. You're stronger than me. Plus, you're much older than me. We're established equal relationship. There's no need to be my disciple." "How can that be?" Lu Zhongyan quickly said. He wanted to study pill concoctions, so he needed to serve Yemo as master. He started a sect. He cared a lot about this. Yemo smiled. "Let's not fuss about that. Concoct a cauldron of pills and show me first." Hearing this, Lu Zhongyan couldn't really persist. He estimated that Yemo didn't ascend for long, at most 50,000 years. But he couldn't really ask Yemo. If he knew Yemo only ascended for 5 years, he would probably go crazy. Anyone would go crazy hearing about this. Lu Zhongyan immediately released Blue End Flame and took out a setup immortal spirit herbs, planning to concoct Earth Essence pill in front of him. Seeing Lu Zhongyan melt the immortal spirit herb, gather spirit, condense pill, separate pill, pull pill, and then it failed. Yemo sighed. He knew that Lu Zhongyan made the same mistake as him, and much more serious. Other than gathering spirit, he didn't keep the immortal vibe of the immortal pill. He would forever remain a level 9 pill king like this. It's not that his talent was bad, but he just needed to break through that thin layer. But ever since coming to the immortal realm, he had been running around and had no one to teach him. If he really sat down and studied it for a few hundred years, he might realize it himself. Pill Master Yi, was there something wrong with his pill concoction method that prevents us from concocting immortal pills? Lu Man saw the pitiful look in Yemo's eyes and released that this Pill Master Yi knew what their problem was. Yemo nodded and took out an empty jade slip and wrote some of his pill concoction experience and gave it to Lu Zhongyan. "Look at this, and in your next cauldron you should be able to concoct immortal pills." Huh. Lu Zhongyan thought Yemo was joking with him. However, he still quickly looked at Yemo's jade slip. Moments later he said shakily, "It's that simple?" "It's that simple," Yemo said affirmatively. Lu Man looked at the jade slip took. She had the same disbelief and excitement in Lu Zhongyan's eyes. It was something this simple that held them back for 100,000 years. Yemo said, "It's not that you couldn't get it yourself, but you didn't take the time to think about it." Lu Man thought about things and agreed. At this moment, desperately took out another set of immortal spirit herb and threw it into the cauldron. In less than 15 minutes, a cauldron of Earth Essence pill appeared in his hands. "I did it." It was just a batch of low-grade Earth Essence pills, but Lu Zhongyan couldn't contain his excitement. One could see how desperate he was to concoct immortal pills. When the two woke up from their excitement, Yemo rejected Lu Zhongyan again for being his disciple. He knew by leading Lu Zhongyan into the front door, this cultivator, who created his own sect, would definitely achieve something big. Lu Zhongyan calmed down and said to Yemo, "Pill Master Yi, you're my savior. Even if I create the immortal Her Valley again, you will be my master." With their addition, Yemo could finally free up. He didn't need to do pill concoction as soon as he came out of solitary cultivation. He could even walk around the town now. However, he didn't enjoy this free time for long. In less than half a month, Jiang Jin came to his place. Another person wants to join us. Im looked at Jiang Jin. Jiang Jin said quietly, Brother Yi, it's an extremely powerful immortal this time. Do you think it's dangerous? Extremely powerful immortals? Yi Mo got up and looked at Jiang Jin in confusion. Jiang Jin nodded. Yes, brother. Yi says he can't see his cultivation level. If Yi Tung with his golden immortal power couldn't see this person's cultivation level, it meant that this person was at least abstruse immortal. Yi Mo frowned. Abstruse immortal was fine, but if it was great unity immortal, he wouldn't even have the opportunity to teleport away. If Yi Tung with his golden immortal power couldn't see this person's cultivation level, it meant that this person was at least abstruse immortal. Yi Mo frowned. Abstruse immortal was fine, but if it was great unity immortal, he wouldn't even have the opportunity to teleport away. It's a very pretty female cultivator. I arranged her to stay at the guest hall. Jiang Jin added. Yi Mo nodded and said, I'll go have a look, don't worry. Yi Mo didn't scan his spirit sense into the guest hall. He knew that high-level immortals detested this. Some people with strange tempers would kill for this. A blue-dressed woman sat in the guest room. Her brow was perfect. She was extremely pretty. She was on par with Wen Sai. Her long dark hair formed two braids behind her while a few strands fell on her white collar. When he saw this female cultivator's power, he breathed easy. She was golden immortal peak stage. Yi Tung couldn't see her power because she hid it like the Lu Zhongyan couple. Seeing Yi Mo come in, she didn't get up nor speak. She just studied. Yi Mo, what does Qianbei need me for? Yi Mo saluted with his fists and asked. Since this person was going to hide her power, he would pretend he didn't know. The female cultivator studied Yi Mo and frowned even more, murmuring to herself, pity her power is too weak. Yi Mo sneered. A mere golden immortal peak stage dared to say his power was too weak. In his view, she was no match for him. Then she looked at Yi Mo. Have a seat. Let me introduce myself. I'm Qin Nianmei. I'm from Gonghua Heaven. Seeing her act as though she was the owner of this place, Yi Mo was annoyed, but hearing the words Gonghua Heaven, he suppressed his annoyance. That's where he arranged to meet up with Susu and them. He was planning to go there after reaching Abstruse Immortal. Seeing Yi Mo not talk, she nodded. I'm passing by Blackweed Forest, and I heard you were a level 3 Immortal Pill Master and Golden Immortal. Yi Mo said calmly, Goddess Qin, if you have anything to say, be straightforward. Qin Nianmei looked at Yi Mo with surprise. Theoretically, she was much more powerful than this person, and he should be careful when speaking to her. This was the first time she saw someone talk like that. He also changed her title from Qianbei to Goddess. Was he not afraid she would kill him? She nodded. She needed someone like Yi Mo. If it was someone scared and timid, she came here for nothing. I want you to be my dual cultivation partner, Qin Nianmei said. Yi Mo dazed. He thought of many possibilities. She might be here for pill concoction or immortal spirit herb or even scam some of his immortal crystals. But he never expected this pretty woman to come be his dual cultivation partner. So that means we need to be husband and wife. Qin Nianmei looked at the dazed Yi Mo and added. She was also a little satisfied seeing Yi Mo's expression. Any male cultivator would feel it was unbelievable. Although Yi Mo didn't know why she said this, but he knew things weren't right. Even if it was real, he didn't plan on being her dual cultivation partner. His perception was strong. As soon as he saw this female cultivator, it reminded him of Wen Sai. They were the same type of person, self-centered and dominant. As long as you agree to my request, I will, Qin Nianmei continued. But this time Yi Mo stopped her. Sorry, I can't help you. I have a wife. If there's nothing else, please leave. Qin Nianmei never expected Yi Mo to reject. Although she was about to say it was temporary, but she couldn't take the fact that Yi Mo rejected without her saying it. She felt extremely dissatisfied and grunted, I believe you misunderstood me. I'm not low enough to find a random person and be his wife. I'm doing a deal. You pretend to be my lover, and we put on a show, that's all. Yi Mo smiled. Goddess Qin, I don't even have enough time for cultivation. I don't have time to play games with you, sorry. Then he got up and was about to leave. Do you believe if you leave here, I would immediately erase your black weed pill tower? Seeing that a mere golden immortal primary stage dared to ignore her and leave, she immediately roared. Yemo turned back coldly. I don't. Then, Yemo kept walking. Qin Yinmei was desperate, and she spat, I can give you anything you want. This guy was a level 3 immortal pill master and had a bad temper. This was her perfect choice. Yemo sneered. Give him anything he wanted?
She really knew how to talk big.
Look. Qin Yinmei waved her hand, and a large bunch of things landed on the table before her. There was everything. Yemo thought she was going to use force, but instead she used things to lure him. Yemo scanned his spirit sense over. He had to admit she was wealthy. There was not a single immortal crystals, but the things were good. There was even level 5 immortal runes, all sorts of pills, materials, and even a middle-grade flying immortal artifact. This made Yemo realize she had no simple identity. The price of a middle-grade flying immortal artifact was no lower than a top-grade attack immortal artifact. Even so, Yemo didn't take it seriously. Seeing Yemo was still going to go out, Qin Yinmei immediately knew Yemo wasn't someone to take threats. She quickly said, I take back what I said. I apologize. Yemo was at the door, but he didn't stop hearing the apology. He just said, in that case, please leave. This is my place. Qin Yinmei quickly said, Pill Master Yi, I'll show you some more things. If you still don't want to cooperate, then I'll leave immediately. I believe as a businessman, you would not have the patience to not even listen to what I have to say, right? Plus, perhaps one day you might come to Gong Hua Heaven. Hearing this, Yemo stopped. He wasn't afraid of her threats, but if she was really someone powerful from Gong Hua Heaven, it wasn't good to offend her like this. Seeing Yemo come back, Qin Yinmei rejoiced. She took out more items and said, look at these things. If there's anything you like, we can discuss, or you can bring up your own conditions. Qin Yinmei didn't believe Yemo wouldn't deal with her. Yemo was an immortal pill master, and he definitely had a rare flame. She had a wonder flame, purple marrow. This could allow any rare flame to evolve to purple color. Yemo laughed to himself. Clearly this Qin Yinmei had no business experience. She revealed all her cards at the start of the negotiation, but because of this Yemo had some good impression of her instead.
Yemo saw it.
If it was in the cultivation realm, he would be overjoyed, but now he wasn't that happy. Even if a flame reached purple in the immortal realm, it was still the lowest grade of flame. His mist lotus heart fire was deep purple. Even if he used it on blue like morning sky, it would only be shallow purple. It was no rush. Of course, he would be willing to get it, but Qin Yinmei's condition was too great. He would rather not have it. Yemo knew how hard it was for flames to upgrade in the immortal realm. A mere wonder flame, purple marrow, would only start the flame of. He knew that the number 1 flame of the immortal realm must devour the space flame marrow, but it wasn't very specific. He had looked at the jade slip the great eternity immortal young girl gave him. Even with the space star marrow, not any flame could devour it. Yemo knew how hard it was for flames to upgrade in the immortal realm. A mere wonder flame, purple marrow, would only start the flame of. He knew that the number 1 flame of the immortal realm must devour the space flame marrow, but it wasn't very specific. He had looked at the jade slip the great eternity immortal young girl gave him. Even with the space star marrow, not any flame could devour it. There was a simple sentence describing the levels of flames in the immortal realm. Purple reincarnation is 3, beyond reincarnation is immortal, the extreme of immortal. God flame is unparalleled. Any flame that can evolve could devour another material or the same type of flame after reaching purple color. Then when it could, it would go under reincarnation. After reincarnation, the flame would have a flame spirit, a flame that was alive. At this moment, the purple flame would form a faint golden circle. This was purple reincarnation level 1 flame. When it evolved again, it would form a second golden circle. This was level 2 purple reincarnation flame. When it evolved again and formed the third golden circle, it would become level 3 purple reincarnation flame. If it formed the 4th golden ring, it wasn't a flame anymore. It was an immortal flame. 5 rings. 6 rings were level 5 and level 6 immortal flame. The height a flame can reach is related to which material it devours and its reincarnation. The first reincarnation was very important as it concerned if a flame could reach higher levels in the future. Of course, according to record, it's almost all heaven flame that could reach immortal flame. Rarely could earth flame reach immortal flame level. So the higher the grade of the heaven flame, the higher altitude it can reach. In the immortal realm, it's always the top 10 heaven flames that becomes immortal flame. Once a flame becomes level 6 immortal flame, it would reach an extreme if it evolved again. At this moment, the fire spirit had reached great completion and is about to form God Flame. In the immortal realm, God Flame is the highest level flame. Only once does a flame become God Flame could it possibly become the number 1 flame of the immortal realm, as only God Flame can devour star flame marrow. Then, it would immediately become the number 1 flame of the immortal realm. If 2 flames devoured the star flame marrow, then these flames would devour each other on contact, and the victor would be the number 1 flame of the immortal realm. The reason that it said only the 2nd to the 10th heaven flame could become the number 1 flame was because no flames other than them could reach God Flame. Yemo thought of that soft tofu he found in the Flame's Sea Forbidden Grounds. He wondered if that was star flame marrow. Blue like morning sky was indeed higher ranked than Miss Lotus Heartfire, but the thing was that Miss Lotus Heartfire was enough to use for now. He knew Miss Lotus Heartfire wouldn't be able to reach God Flame, but he didn't worry. God Flame was too far-fetched for him. Of course, if he could use some other means to get the Wonder Flame Purple Marrow, he would do it without hesitation. Yemo looked through the other things she left behind mindlessly, as though trying to find a way to keep the Wonder Flame Purple Marrow. Qin Yanmei resisted the urge to talk, seeing that Yemo was looking. Yemo found a crystal orb amongst this pile. The reason he took it was that on the surface of it there was a hidden stone stool. It looked very similar to his 4 stools in the Golden Page world. Yemo's heart began to throb. If there was something he needed the most, the 5th stone stool was obviously it. Seeing this, Qin Yanmei quickly said, "I recorded the auction of a stone stool during one auction. Because the stone stool made the record price, I recorded it. My father said there should be 5 of them that are exactly the same. If one day I can find one, I would be rich." Yemo's heart sunk. Record high price, no matter who bought it, it wasn't someone he could take on now. Qin Yanmei suddenly said that stone stool was sold for 1.8 billion top-grade immortal crystals and another top-grade immortal range. Yemo took a cold breath in. Before she said anything else, Yemo scanned his spirit sense in. A crystal-clear stone stool appeared in Yemo's spirit sense. It was exactly the same as the other 4 in his Golden Page world. The words were written clearly: water, 5 elements gather, world complete. He was missing the water element stone stool. If he found that one, his Golden Page world would be complete. Then that would be he had his own true world. Yemo's heart was throbbing with excitement. If he could control a world, it meant he could set up cultivation grounds inside the Golden Page world and live in a utopia with the people he liked. Qin Yanmei glanced at Yemo with a strange look. Yemo's heart went cold. His excitement was poured over with ice. Would this woman suspect him if she saw he was so interested in the stone stool? Thinking about this, he almost wanted to kill her. Just when he was still thinking, Qin Yanmei suddenly said, "Have you made up your mind? If there's anything you like here, just take it. Even that crystal ball, I can make a copy for you." Yemo smiled awkwardly. "There's such a valuable item. I was thinking if I happen to get it, I don't need to concoct pills anymore." Qin Yanmei laughed out loud and pointed at Yemo. "You shouldn't dream that high." "I thought the same, but do you know how many people recorded the auction?" "Everyone there did, but no one found a 2nd stone stool anymore.
So, don't think about it."
Yemo pretended to put down the crystal ball awkwardly and shook his head. "I know, I was fantasizing." Then Yemo asked casually, "By the way, who has the wealth to spend all that much for a stone stool?" Qin Yanmei's face suddenly went cold and put away everything on the table. "Since you're not interested in my things, then never mind, I'm going." Then she got up and was about to leave. This time, Yemo was desperate. If she leaves, where would he go find that stone stool? But Yemo had to pretend like he didn't even care. He even suspected that Qin Nianmei noticed he was desperate for the whereabouts of the stone stool. Seeing her about to leave, Yemo wanted to stop her a few times, but eventually he didn't. He knew that if he revealed that he was interested in the stone stool, that no was no joking matter. It was scarier than getting Lu Jingchuan's sapling. Yemo had decided to follow this woman after she left. As long as he can confirm that she's from Gonghua Heaven, he could ask others about where the stone stool went. Qin Nianmei felt certain her perception was right. This pill Master Yi had the instant of extreme excitement. It meant he cared about where the stone stool went. So, she used that as her breakthrough point to let her have the upper hand in this deal. Qin Nianmei felt certain her perception was right. This pill Master Yi had the instant of extreme excitement. It meant he cared about where the stone stool went. So, she used that as her breakthrough point to let her have the upper hand in this deal. What she didn't expect was that she was about to leave the guest room, but Yemo still had no intentions to keep her. Was her guess wrong? Yemo's character and pill concoction skills were perfect for her need. She really wouldn't be able to find someone to replace Yemo quickly. Thinking about this, she stopped and looked back at Yemo. Only my father and a few people knows who really bought the stone stool. If you don't want this news, I'm going. Goodbye, Yemo said without hesitation. He knew that she had really begun to doubt him. If he still cared about that stone stool, he would be an idiot. He didn't dare to ask about it anymore. Only when his power was strong to a certain would he dare to find out about this. Qin Nianmei dazed. She didn't expect Yemo to really not care. She just realized that she misjudged. That was true. This pill Master Yi was only golden immortal primary stage. The stone stool had nothing to do with him. Even if he concocted pills for countless years, he wouldn't be able to get 1 billion immortal crystals. She lost the upper hand again. Qin Nianmei said with a pleading tone, Pill Master Yi, is there nothing here that you want? Please help me this time, I'll compensate you. Hearing this, Yemo pretended to think for a long time while rejoicing on the inside. One had to stay calm. This Qin Nianmei wanted him to act as her Dao partner. That meant he must go with her. If he went with her, then he would know who she was. It would be even better if he could know where the stone stool went on the way there. If not, he would know where she lived. When his power was strong enough, he would come ask. Qin Nianmei didn't dare to talk, seeing Yemo was contemplating. After a while, Yemo sighed. I'm just like this. I don't take threats, but if people soften up, I succumb. I'm too nice. Never mind, if possible I'll help you. Tell me how I can help you, and I'll think about it. Qin Nianmei rejoiced and quickly got back to her seat. Her tone eased up a lot. Pill Master Yi, I came from Gonghua Heaven, Great Eternity Immortal Sect, Extreme Sword Sect. Great Eternity Immortal Sect? There's Great Eternity Immortal in your sect? Even Lu Jingchuan, the Heaven Lord, was only Great Eternity Immortal, and yet her sect had Great Eternity Immortal. Yeah, my father is Great Eternity Immortal. Even the Heaven Lord of Gonghua Heaven needs to be respectful to my father. Qin Nianmei said with pride. Yemo asked in confusion, isn't your father managed by the Heaven Lord of Gonghua Heaven? Qin Nianmei looked dazedly at Yemo, and after a long while she asked in disbelief, you wouldn't think that a Heaven Lord is the greatest in a heaven domain, right? Yemo nodded awkwardly. He really thought so indeed. Qin Nianmei was speechless. I suspect that even after all these years you cared about such things. The Heaven Lord is powerful, but he can't manage all the immortals in a heaven domain. But of course I heard that in the middle and grand heaven domains, many Heaven Lords are the most powerful there. No one would dare to go against their will. But in the low heaven domains, Heaven Lord isn't the greatest. Many Great Eternity Immortal sects are no weaker than the Heaven Lord estate. Some rare sects are even more powerful than the Heaven Lord, but they just don't want to be Heaven Lord. So that's it. Yemo sighed. This was good for him. If everything in a heaven domain could reach the Heaven Lord, then it wasn't too hard for the Heaven Lord to find someone. No wonder he wasn't hunted at the Blackweed Forest. Qin Nianmei rolled her eyes and continued, my father has a very good friend called Gong Sunin. He's not only a great eternity immortal, but also a level 5 immortal pill master. He has a disciple called Gong Sun Ziyu, also an immortal pill master. My father wants me to marry that Gong Sun Ziyu. I don't want to. Yi Mo realized what she wanted now. She wanted him to act as her Dao partner and make her dad give up the thought. Yi Mo then said, don't sex care about matching status? That Jiang Sun Jiu is also an immortal pill master and has a great eternity immortal master. Why don't you agree? Qin Nianmei blushed. I know, but there's someone I like. He's an immortal pill master, and he's probably abstruse immortal power now. Yi Mo asked in more confusion, since you have someone you like, why don't you let him go? Are you afraid your father would suddenly kill him, and so you want me to die instead of him? Suddenly, Yi Mo felt vigilant. This might really happen. What are you talking about? My father's reputation is out there. How can he kill a golden immortal? You overestimate yourself too much. I can promise with my life that my father won't do anything to you. The reason I need you to replace Tan Tao is because he went to trial at the Chaos Star domain. This time, my father has to see him. Wait, Yi Mo asked, what is that Chaos Star domain? Qin Nianmei sighed helplessly. I really don't know how you reached Golden Immortal, and know nothing. The Chaos Star domain is the best trial grounds for cultivators in the low 11 heaven domains. It's chaos and danger everywhere. People can cultivate body refinement there as well as all sorts of magic arts and immortal essence. One could even cultivate spirit sense there. Some people say it's divided into 9 levels, and each level is more dangerous. Some say it's divided into 36 levels. I don't know exactly as I haven't been inside. Then she raised her brow. Not anyone can go in there to trial. Then, there was longing and pride in her eyes. Clearly she thought about her lover going in there. Yi Mo didn't care about that and immediately asked, where is it? How do I go in? Qin Nianmei instantly frowned and looked at Yi Mo. Pill Master Yi, I can't you asking for help. You haven't helped me with anything, and instead I'm teaching you things. Yi Mo said awkwardly, sorry. I'm just asking where it is. If I have time I want to go see. Qin Nianmei shook her head in her heart. Did this golden immortal think he's good because he killed a golden immortal middle stage at primary stage? If she told him how to get there he might die immediately, or get crushed in faith. But thinking that she needed his help she didn't say any harsh words. It's extremely dangerous in there. Many golden immortal tertiary stage cultivators who go there die for certain. You're only a golden immortal primary stage, don't even think about it. You can't go in there whenever you want. You need great eternity immortal space transmission rune to break into there. But when you go out you don't need it. Yi Mo fell silent and then said, Goddess Qin, I'm willing to help you but you need to agree to 2 conditions. Don't tell me you want to go in there? If that's the case, I'm not helping you, I'm killing you. I can get the rune to go there, but if you go in it's suicide. Qin Nianmei said. Yi Mo said, seriously, don't worry if you give me a rune, and the way to get there I won't go in recklessly. Of course I will agree to your request, and help you first. Yi Mo said, seriously, don't worry if you give me a rune, and the way to get there I won't go in recklessly. Of course I will agree to your request, and help you first. Qin Nianmei looked at Yi Mo for a long while, and sighed, I didn't expect you to be a dauntless guy. Okay, I've already told you about the dangers there, if you must go it has nothing to do with me. I'm willing to give you a space laceration rune. Now talk about your second condition. The second condition is that you give me the Wonder Flame Purple Marrow. Yi Mo said. Qin Nianmei snorted, I thought you weren't interested in that so you thought it wasn't enough. But if you're going to the Chaos Star realm it's a waste to take it. That's my business, it has nothing to do with you. Yi Mo said. Okay, no problem. I'll give you the Wonder Flame Purple Marrow first. After you help me I will ask my father to give you a space laceration rune. Qin Nianmei said. Deal. Yi Mo immediately said, and he took the Wonder Flame Purple Marrow. How do you want me to help you? Qin Nianmei said, my father's friend Gong Sun has brought his disciple to my sect. My father asks me to return immediately. If I don't bring Tantao back, he would really marry me to that Gongsun Zihiu. In my father's eyes, Gongsun Jiu is a treasure. It would be a waste to miss this opportunity. But if your father insists on marrying you to that Gongsun Zihiu, there's no point even if I act as your Dao partner. Yi Mo said worriedly. Qin Nianmei smiled. Don't worry, my father isn't that type of person. As long as you're not much worse than Gongsun Jiu, he wouldn't force me. Plus, my father loves Immortal Pill Master. You don't seem old, but you're already level 3 Immortal Pill Master. Perhaps you're even better than Gongsun Jiu. Even if you're not as good as him, you can concoct level 3 Immortal Pill. My father would respect my wishes. Okay, in that case I'm fine with it. When do we go? Yi Mo nodded and asked. Qin Nianmei was very happy with Emo's attitude and immediately said, I think we should go as soon as possible. A day later, Yi Mo left Blackweed Pill Tower to Yi Teng and Lu Zihongyan, as well as some level 2 and level 3 pills before leaving. Before leaving, he told the 5 that if they got bored of here, then go find him at Gonghua Heaven. If there's danger, then they can escape to the Blackweed Forest with this teleportation formation in his room. Yi Mo knew Gonghua Heaven was very far, and he thought Qin Yinmei was going to use middle-grade flying immortal artifact, but she suddenly took out a top-grade flying immortal artifact. The wealth of Great Eternity Immortal Sect was extraordinary indeed. Even with her power level, she had top-grade flying immortal artifact. Yet he still used Blue Moon, which was made by Lu Wuhu. He disappeared ever since he got injured. Yi Mo exclaimed, wondering where Lu Wuhu was. I heard Gonghua Heaven is very far. How long do we need to fly? Yi Mo couldn't help asking. Qin Nianmei looked speechlessly at Yi Mo. You can really imagine. Fly for how long? Even if there's no danger in the void between heaven domains, we wouldn't even be able to touch the border flying for a few centuries. It's that far? Yi Mo took a cold breath in. Yet, he arrogantly thought he could cross heaven domains before. Qin Yinmei rolled her eyes and said, We're going to Bing Qiong Immortal City to take teleportation formation to Hitong Heaven Domain, and then teleportation formation to Moe Heaven Domain. Then from there to, Yi Mo heard that it would take a month of flying even after all the teleportation formation to reach Gonghua Heaven, and wondered what Qin Yinmei was doing all the way here. Then why are you at Blackweed Forest? Yi Mo asked. That's my private matter. Why should I tell you? Qin Nianmei frowned and asked. She suddenly felt she made the wrong decision. This guy didn't seem to know anything, he was a noob. If he was much worse than Gongsun Zihiu, his father would never agree. Yi Mo wasn't dumb, and could tell from her expression she wasn't too happy. He planned to scout out about the 5th stone stool before BTU. Now, he just shut his mouth. Seeing this, Qin Nianmei didn't keep showing Yi Mo a bad face. A month later, Yi Mo finally came off the teleportation formation in Gonghua Heaven and went on her flying immortal artifact. But perhaps because Yi Mo didn't ask anything, this made Qin Nianmei feel Yi Mo wasn't happy with her. Thinking about how she was about to back at the sect, and if Yi Mo brought this attitude to her father, he didn't need to do anything anymore. Qin Nianmei quickly changed her attitude and told Yi Mo about things in the immortal realm and some rules. Yi Mo was happy to hear this. She knew all sorts of stories and knowledge, and greatly opened Yi Mo's eyes. Even though he knew why she did this, he didn't feel revolted against it. Just when Yi Mo thought if he should lead her to the topic about the stone stool, she said, I told you about the stone stool recording. My father said the person who bought it isn't from the 11 low heaven domains. He's from middle or even grand heaven domain. His power is very high. My father felt he was at least a mortal king, or even a mortal monarch. Hearing this, Yi Mo was greatly disappointed. She tricked him. Her father didn't know who that cultivator was. He couldn't let her describe what that person looked like, so he could only scorn, so you didn't know who he is. At the start you made it seem like you knew such master. Hearing this, Qin Nianmei was about to rage. She kindly told him so much information. This guy didn't thank her, and instead scorned her. Yi Mo was extremely disappointed, and that's why he scorned. He felt he also needed to hide his feelings more. Just when Qin Nianmei wanted to scorn back, there was surprise and joy on her face. She quickly pulled Yi-Mo up and stood at the head of the flying ship, letting Yi-Mo get close to her. Yi-Mo's spirit sense scanned a few dashing lights. Her sect members came to pick her up. It was one man and two women. Nianmei, the two female cultivators, saw Qin Nianmei and charged over joyfully and landed on her ship. Martial sister Nianmei, you're back. The male cultivator also came aboard and said. Qin Nianmei happily hugged the two female cultivator and greeted the male cultivator before remembering Yi-Mo. Nianmei, he is. One female cultivator looked at Yi-Mo in confusion. Qin Nianmei grabbed Yi-Mo's hand and said, this is my friend. Yi-Mo said before Qin Nianmei could say a name, martial sister and martial brother, greetings. I'm Yi-Mo. Yi-Mo didn't want to use Tan Tao's name, so he used his own name. Qin Nianmei was really planning to use Tan Tao's name. She frowned a little but quickly recovered. Yes, this is my friend Yi-Mo. I brought him back to see father. The three studied Yi-Mo from head to toe, but didn't see anything extraordinary about him. They really didn't know why someone as excellent as Nianmei would be Dao partners with someone this ordinary. Qin Nianmei quickly introduced to Yi-Mo, they're my martial brother and sisters. This is my sixth martial brother Wang Wenqin. Qin Nianmei quickly introduced to Yi-Mo, they're my martial brother and sisters. This is my sixth martial brother Wang Wenqin. Yi-Mo just realized that this Wang Wenqin was already abstruse immortal primary stage. The female cultivator who asked who he was Shi Yayo, the other pretty female cultivator was Feng Machuan. They were both golden immortal tertiary stage. Perhaps due to Qin Nianmei, despite Yi-Mo looked very ordinary and only had golden immortal primary stage power, Wang Wenqin and them were rather nice to Yi-Mo. They didn't forget about Yi-Mo while talking. Feng Machuan was even very hospitable towards Yi-Mo. Top-grade immortal artifact was very fast. They spoke as they went and soon arrived at Extreme Sword Sect. Yi-Mo exclaimed, seeing the sect shrouded in rainbow immortal spirit chi clouds and that grand temperament that came at his face. This was the outlook of the immortal realm. The immortal city was already grand enough, but compared to Extreme Sword Sect it was lacking something. As they landed outside the sect, the dense immortal spirit chi came right at their face. Yi-Mo envied. This was just outside the sect. Just how good was the best palsy in the sect? What would a status immortal sect be like? There was a defense formation outside, but Yi-Mo knew it was no lower than level 7 immortal formation. At the entrance to the sect the words extreme sword seemed to almost fly off. It made Yi-Mo just dizzy looking at it. When he stared at it, spirit kais appeared in his brain. They were endless, as though about to explode. There was a feeling that was about to spew out from his heart, but he couldn't grasp that spewing feeling. It made him very desperate, but that feeling was gone. What he saw was still the words extreme sword. So powerful. Yi-Mo looked at these two words and admired the master who left behind these two words. Just what power was this person? Martial brother, Yi, what are you looking at? Qin Nianmei's martial sister Feng Machuan saw Yi-Mo was disappointed, so she asked. Yi-Mo thought, these two words probably contained the secret of Extreme Sword Sect. He cultivated 3 birth chant, and it was best at calculating the secrets of any cultivation method. If he said that he felt something looking at these two words, would he be captured as a spy? I just felt that the immortal spirit chi here is so dense. If I cultivate here for a few years, would I make huge progress? Yi-Mo made an excuse. Feng Chuanmo rolled her eyes charmingly, as though saying, I would be dumb to believe you. Yi-Mo followed them inside the sect. The immortal spirit chi here was indeed more intense. This time Yi-Mo really wanted to cultivate here for a few years. Don't worry about cultivation. If you become the fiancé of our sect, would you need to worry about no place for cultivation? Feng Chuanmo whispered to Yi-Mo's ears. Yi-Mo was speechless. I did want to cultivate here, but I'm not the fiancé. See, Hunmo, you're always whispering to martial brother Yi. Don't you think Nianmei would get jealous? Sure, Yayo purposely joked. Feng Chuanmo's face blushed, and just wanted to talk when 2 more dashing lights landed before them. It was one male and female. The male cultivator was extremely handsome, abstruse immortal primary stage. That female cultivator was no lesser than Qin Yanmei. To Yemo, she seemed even prettier than Qin Yanmei a little. She reminded him about Qing Ru. Everything about her was just so perfect. Such a beauty, Yemo couldn't help looking at her for longer. The only pity was that she always kept a cold face. Her power was also abstruse immortal primary stage. Nianmei, you're back. The handsome man was clearly happy to see Qin Nianmei. The female cultivator also greeted plainly. Qin Nianmei responded ecstatically, Martial brother Wu. Martial sister Bing Yu. Are you guys going out? The male cultivator quickly said no. A friend of Bing Yu's master came. Bing Yu is going to greet people, and I'm going with her. Yi Mo could immediately tell what was going on. Indeed, Qin Yanmei smiled and said, Good luck, Martial brother Wu. Everyone knew what this meant, but that Bing Yu didn't say anything. After the two left, Feng Chuanma whispered to Yi Mo, Is Martial sister Bing Yu pretty? She's not only the prettiest in our sect but also the prettiest in Gong Hua Heaven. You wouldn't fall in love with her after seeing her, right? Yi Mo was speechless. Bing Yu was indeed very pretty and was abstruse immortal primary stage, but Yi Mo only visually enjoyed the beauty. That's it. There were beautiful women everywhere in the immortal realm. Ugly women were very rare. Everyone heard what Feng Chuanma said and Qin Yanmei groans, Chuanma, can you stop talking gibberish? After entering the sect, Yi Mo flew with them for a few hundred kilometers before coming to the foot of a mountain that was covered in clouds. Martial brother Wenqin, I'm going to see father. Take Yi Mo to rest for me. Qin Yanmei said. Yi Mo shook his head, since we're pretending to be lovers. You should be sending me to rest. Now that you tell someone else to do it, and news gets to your dad, there would be no way he would believe it. Just when Wang Wenqin wanted to answer, Feng Chuanma said, Nianmei, I'm free, I'll go do it. Then she turned to Yi Mo and said, Martial brother Yi, come with me. Seeing Yi Mo leave with Feng Chuanma, Shi Yuya whispered to Qin Yanmei's ear, Nianmei Si Hunmo seems to be very nice to Martial brother Yi. Did you not notice? Why would Qin Yanmei care about such things? Even if it was true, she wouldn't care. She just patted Shi Yuya and said, I'm going to see my father, I'll come find you later. Feng Chuanma took Yi Mo to an elegant yard and pointed inside. This cultivation home is not bad, right? You can stay here. There was a lawn for cultivating magic outside. There was a bamboo forest and a small lake nearby. This place was filled with spirit qi. It was indeed great. Yi Mo immediately said happily, Thank you, Martial sister Si Hunmo. This is great. Feng Si Hunmo smiled, but didn't leave. Instead, she followed Yi Mo inside. Yi Mo looked strangely at her, not understanding why she didn't leave. Seeing this, Feng Chuanma suddenly said, Yi Mo, if I'm not wrong, you're not Nianmei's lover, am I right? Yi Mo said calmly, That's right, I'm not. He didn't need to deny it. Since she could tell, she clearly knew that there was someone Qin Yanmei liked. He was just doing a deal with Qin Yanmei. Qin Yanmei leaked this herself. You're a very straightforward person, do you not like her? She's the number 2 beauty of our extreme sword sect. Feng Chuanma was confused. Yi Mo sat down and poured himself some immortal spirit tea. He couldn't even be bothered answering her. Her actions made him feel vigilant. This was the first time he saw her, and she was so talkative. Seeing Yi Mo couldn't even be bothered to reply to her, she suddenly smiled. Okay, you probably have a deal with Nianmei. I won't interfere. But since she can get you to act as Tan Tao, you're probably an immortal pill master, right? What level immortal pill master are you? Yi Mo still said nothing. Seeing this, Feng Chuanma gritted her teeth and took out some immortal spirit herb and then some lotus seeds. I have 12 sets of great unity pill materials. How many can you concoct? If you can't concoct anything, then pretend I said nothing. No wonder she treated him differently. She needed his help. Yi Mo grabbed that lotus and looked. It was a mud lotus. This 12 sets of herbs were invaluable. Yet a mere golden immortal power Feng Chuanma could take it out. Yi Mo was really surprised. Yi Mo grabbed that lotus and looked. It was a mud lotus. This 12 sets of herbs were invaluable. Yet a mere golden immortal power Feng Chuanma could take it out. Yi Mo was really surprised. Even a big sect might not be able to take out 12 sets of great unity pill ingredients. This mod lotus also gave Yemo a very strange feeling. It seemed to have more immortal spirit chi than the mud lotus he found, and there was even some chaos chi to it. Although it couldn't be chaos immortal spirit herb, but Yemo knew this was the top-grade mod lotus. Where could one find such mud lotus? What shook Yemo even more was that why did she find him, an unknown immortal pill master, to concoct it for her? This was some pill that immortal pill great master concocted. This was her first time seeing him. He didn't even take out his pill cauldron. Why did she think he could do it? It's the first time we see each other, and you take out such precious immortal spirit herb, as well as so much for me to practice. Are you not scared of me spilling this news, or aren't you afraid of me wasting it all? Yemo put it down and asked. Seeing Yemo calm down completely in a short while, Foam Chunma breathed easy and collected her thoughts. I trust my sense. I trust you're someone trustworthy. I trust that no matter if you can concoct it or not, you won't spill the deal between us. And I really can't find anyone else. Although it's the first time we saw each other, I still want to bet because I have no more time. Seeing Yemo still say nothing, Foam Chunma said again, cultivating till now I still have my virginity. If you can concoct the great unity pill, I can give that to you too when you give me the pills. It can't let you break through, but it should improve your power. Then she even pulled her braid down, and the top of her clothes. A faint aroma came. Yemo sighed. This extreme sword sect had this weird tradition. Some wanted to fake dual cultivation, some wanted the real thing. Yemo waved his hand. Don't worry about other things. I can indeed concoct the level 4 Great Unity pill, but I can't promise the success rate. I can give you 5 cauldrons of it, but I have a small request. Foam Chunma definitely did need all these Great Unity pill herself, but as for what it was, it had nothing to do with him. He had already tried level 4 Immortal pill, although he didn't concoct top grade, middle grade was definitely fine. Plus, he only tried 5 times and he succeeded. Now that Foam Si Hunmo took out 12 sets, it meant that even if he failed 2, he still could succeed 10. But Yemo didn't plan to concoct 10 cauldrons. There were many supplementary ingredients here that were very important to Yemo. He didn't need all those great unity pills. So he prepared to give her 5 cauldrons, 1 for himself, and then plant 2 mud lotus in the golden page world. Pill Master Yi, can you really concoct great unity pills? Foam Chunma almost came up to grab his hands in excitement. She couldn't control her emotions. She really had no choice but come to Yemo. If she had the slightest opportunity, she wouldn't come to this never-seen-before immortal pill master. Yemo dodged. Regardless if she did that on purpose, he wasn't going to let her grab him. She looked at Yemo with slightly red eyes. Seeing that Yemo didn't say anymore, she remembered what he said before, and said, as long as you can concoct the great unity pill for me, I'm willing to agree to 10 conditions. I just need to know where you got this mud lotus from. Yemo could feel she was truly excited, but he didn't understand. She was in a great eternity immortal sect. There was no way there wasn't a great unity pill for her. But this wasn't what he cared about. He wanted to know where the mud lotus came from. It came from the Chaos Star Realm. My brother went there for trial and found a mud lotus. My brother didn't die in there, but he was ambushed by them after he came out. Foam Chunma's eyes went red with fury. It was the Chaos Star Realm again. Yemo desired this place even more. There were so many good immortal spirit herbs there. At this moment, he felt pity towards her. Yemo didn't keep asking her about her brother. He said, I'll help you concoct it now. 6 hours later, come pick it up. You can concoct 5 cauldrons in 6 hours? You're a level 5 immortal pill great master. Foam Chunma stared at Yemo in shock. Even in the 11 low heaven domains, level 5 immortal pill great master was respected by countless people. Was he really a level 5 immortal pill master?
How could that be?
If he agreed, then he definitely was a liar.
No.
Yemo replied. Then Yemo hesitated and said, I hope you won't tell anyone about me helping you with pill concoction. This time, Foam Chunma said without hesitation, Pill Master, you don't worry. I definitely won't say it unless I don't want to live. Seeing Yemo prepare for pill concoction, Foam Chunma quickly said, Pill Master Yi, I'll wait for you next door. When you're done, just call me. Feng Chuanma left. Just thinking about the great unity pills she was about to get and her family that was on the brink of annihilation, the intense flames of retribution burned in her heart. She couldn't rely on the sect, so she would rely on her own power. Her brother was gone for the Feng family. What else did she need to worry about? Yemo really only used 4 hours and a bit and finished 7 cauldrons of pills. There was 1 low grade, 1 middle grade, 3 top grade, and 2 special grade. It was 100% success rate. Seeing Yemo come out in less than 6 hours, Feng Chuanma looked nervous. She didn't dare to ask Yemo. Failure meant that she was over. Yemo took out 6 jade bottles. There was an extra batch of low-grade Great Unity pills. You can keep it. Yemo originally planned to keep the 2 special grades for himself, but on the account that her brother died for this, he gave her 1, and the extra low-grade batch too. This was the first time she had seen a pill master give extra pills. A batch of low-grade Great Unity pills was still invaluable for her family. She grabbed the bottles and shakily opened them. There were 3 batches of top grade and 1 batch of special grade. Feng Chuanma was completely dazed. Even level 5 Immortal Pill Great Master wouldn't be able to concoct such Great Unity pills. Was she dreaming? A few minutes later, she woke up. She wasn't dreaming. Take the pills and leave. Yemo reminded. Feng Chuanma reacted and quickly put away all the pills and then bowed shakily to Yemo. Pill Master Yi, I didn't expect you are really level 5 Immortal Pill Great Master. Coming to you for pill concoction is the most correct thing I did. You are 100 times better than that Yen Tantao. If I was Nianmei, I'm going to rest, Yemo interrupted. Thank you. Feng Chuanma passed a jade slip to Yemo and said, my brother left this to me. It's the places he had been in the Chaos Star Realm. I'll be going. She could tell Yemo wanted to go the Chaos Star Realm. Yemo grabbed the jade slip and thought, helping people was helping yourself indeed. This jade slip was just what he needed. Yemo quickly accompanied her to the door. Pill Master Yi, perhaps I still have pills I need you to help concoct. As soon as Feng Chuanma got to the door, a dashing light came. Martial Sister Bingyu. Feng Chuanma blushed and subconsciously tidied her messy hair. She put all her attention on the pill and forgot her clothes were untidy. Yemo saw it was that extremely beautiful ice-cold female cultivator. Didn't she leave before? How is she back? So quick. The female cultivator saw Feng Sihunmo was at Yemo's place, and her clothes were untidied. She showed a sliver of surprise. She knew Yemo was Qin Nianmei's Dao partner, and came back with her. Why was he suddenly with Feng Chuanma? By the looks of it, they just came off bed. But she immediately regained her composure. Martial Sister Chuanma, Nianmei was looking for you, and didn't find you. She's at the main palace now. Yes, Martial Sister Bingyu, I'll be going first. Feng Chuanma blushed and quickly left. Yemo quickly said, if I'm still here you can come back at any time. The female cultivator said coldly at Feng Chuanma left, the sect leader is waiting for you at the Extreme Sword Main Palace. I'm here to get you. Yemo was confused. This Bingyu was pure cold and she didn't even talk much. How could she be told to get someone? This wasn't normal. BTU, no matter what a great eternity immortal sect wouldn't ambush him for no reason, right? Now that she was here to fetch him to the main palace, clearly the father-in-law wanted to see the son-in-law and test him. If he passes, he might be able to leave with the space laceration rune. Okay, lead the way. Yemo nodded and didn't ask. Nianmei and Chuanma are both kind-hearted girls. I don't want you to hurt any of them. Bingyu suddenly said. Yemo was speechless and shook his head, ignoring her. Seeing this, the female cultivator said no more and just went faster. A few minutes later, Yemo followed this ice-cold female cultivator to a huge palace. As soon as he just got to the door, the dense immortal spirit Qi came charging at his face, making Yemo strongly desire to have such a cultivation grounds. There definitely was immortal range below here. The female cultivator walked towards a seat on the left. She saw that annoying figure next to her master was gone, and breathed easy. The reason she opted to bring Yemo here was because she didn't want to be with that person. But Yemo found the palace was filled with people on the two sides. The top man sitting on the left and a face of smile, long beard, and quite an immortal-like being. Yemo saw his power was already great eternity immortal, and Qin Mianmei was sitting next to him. Yemo guessed this person was probably the sect leader. Other than him, there were two more great eternity immortals. One was a beautiful female cultivator sitting on the side of the sect leader. Bingyu sat next to her. She was probably Bingyu's master. The other great eternity immortal sat at the right. He was a man without facial hair. He seemed very ethereal and divine. There were two cultivators next to him, both abstruse immortal power. Yemo guessed this was probably Gongsun Yin, and the two people next to him were probably his disciples. Other than this, there were about 100 people in here. There were people from great extreme immortal to great unity immortal. Everyone had immortal spirit fruit and immortal spirit wine before them. Just from here, Yemo could tell this sect was extremely powerful. Yemo was studying everyone, and everyone was studying Yemo. Come here. Qin Mianmei saw Yemo was dazing and quickly said. Yemo nodded and walked up to the long-bearded great eternity immortal and bowed an ordinary immortal greeting before saying, Yemo greet Qianbei. The long-bearded great eternity immortal frowned a little seeing that Yemo's greeting wasn't up to standard, and his smile faded a little, but he soon nodded and asked, You're the person Mei likes. This straightforward? Yemo hesitated and said, Yes. We didn't inform sect leader about our relationship. Please forgive us, sect leader. No need for forgiveness. You're not dumb. I won't ask where you came from. Extreme Sword Est is a great eternity immortal sect, and Gongsun Jiyu is a Wanbei I like. His talent is top grade and power is at abstruse immortal primary stage. He's also an immortal pill master. If you're willing to leave Mayer, I can give you the cultivation resource up to great unity immortal. Hearing this, Qin Mianmei groaned, Dad, Yemo has the same goals as me and I chose according to Dad's principles. He's an immortal pill master, and I only like him. I wouldn't agree to anyone else. Haha, Mianmei, you don't know. There are many immortal pill master, but without a master the greatest prodigy would stop at level 3. He would never be able to reach immortal pill great master. The no facial hair great eternity immortal laughed. Martial Uncle Gongsun is right, but Mianmei only likes Yemo. If I abandon him now, that is just shameless. Plus, I believe Yemo can reach immortal pill great master. Qin Mianmei rebuked without hesitation. Feng Chuanma grinned in contempt behind a great extreme immortal. Yemo was a level 5 immortal pill great master. That Gongsun Yin might not even be able to beat Yemo himself, much less his disciple. Unexpectedly, the sect leader didn't reproach his daughter and just looked at Yemo as his tone went cold. I won't blame you guys for determining this between yourselves, but as a man, don't you think you don't deserve her if all you do is let her speak for you? Seeing Qin Mianmei glare at him, Yemo knew she was warning him that if he didn't do anything there would be no space laceration rune. He saluted with his fists and said loudly, Whether or not I deserve Nianmei is not something I just say. If anyone thinks he's more suitable for Nianmei than me, stand up. No matter what topic, I'll take it for Nianmei. Yemo was sick of the bickering here, so he said this, without the sect leader Qin testing him. Hearing this, sect leader Qin nodded, Not bad. I like this decisive character. Martial Uncle Qin Jiyu truly likes martial sister Nianmei. Although I'm abstruse immortal, but cultivation is just the supplementary thing for me. Pill concoction is my main means. I believe that even reaching immortal pill great master isn't that far-fetched. One cultivator said, Great cultivation is about competition, compete with the heavens, people, anything. If you don't compete, you have no chance. The sect leader looked approvingly at Gongsun Jiyu. Yemo scanned this cultivator. He was probably Gongsun Zihiyu. Abstruse immortal primary stage power, a large state greater than him. He's also very handsome. Yemo shook his head. He looked like he didn't intervene with mortal affairs. Then what's the point of getting a wife? Brother Peifu, Nianmei is very well talented, but she had only been cultivating in the sect. She hadn't seen much of the world, so she can't make a good decision for some things. Since both of them like Nianmei and are willing to compete for her, why don't they compete against each other and determine the results? Gong Sun Yin said. Brother Yin's suggestion is good. What do everyone think? Qin Peifu looked around. Yes, maybe this test will allow Nianmei to know who is the true hero. Of course. Yi Mo sneered. These people weren't blind. Could they not tell he was golden immortal power and Gong Sun Zihiu was abstruse immortal? Just when Qin Nianmei was about to say something, Qin Peifu stopped her. Clearly, these people were helping Gong Sun Jiu because he was an immortal pill master and his master was immortal pill great master. Clearly, these people were helping Gong Sun Jiu because he was an immortal pill master and his master was immortal pill great master. A competition is a great way of resolving things, but I'm worried Gong Sun Jiu is already abstruse immortal primary stage, and yet EMO is only golden immortal primary stage, the beautiful great eternity immortal female cultivator said. Gong Sun Jiu saluted with his fists to everyone. I've said since I dare to ask to be Dao partners with martial sister Nianmei, I won't lose to anyone. I heard this younger martial brother Yi Mo was a immortal pill master too. I may not be anyone special, but I'm willing to compete with martial brother Yi in pill concoction. Yi Mo was annoyed. This Gong Sun Jiu made it sound like he easily reached abstruse immortal, and he wasn't going to lower himself to beat him with cultivation level. Plus, Jiu called him younger martial brother. Who did he think he was? Yi Mo Gong Sun Zihiu is willing to compete with you in pill concoction. What do you think? Qin Peifu liked pill concoction cultivators because he felt only those cultivators could go further in the path of cultivation. Yi Mo thought that Qin Nianmei really knew her dad well. She knew that he would definitely be asked to compete in pill concoction. Sect leader Qin, I like Jiu's idea. Although I know a lot of things pill concoction is my weakest link. But since Jiu said pill concoction is his main means, then it's best I beat him on this. I believe it would benefit his cultivation if Jiu lost in his own pill concoction match. Yi Mo said without hesitation. Everyone laughed to themselves. This Yi Mo didn't want to lose out on anything at all. Gong Sun Zihiu called him younger martial brother wanting to suppress Yi Mo with age superiority, but Yi Mo just called him Jiu like a Qianbei talking to a Wanbei. PSCHH, Qian Nianmei couldn't hold in her laughter. She hadn't been in contact with Yi Mo for long, but she knew he didn't want to lose out one bit. She didn't expect him to even take this seriously. Gong Sun Jiu's face was calm and didn't seem angry at all. Qin Peifei nodded, clearly feeling Gong Sun Zihiu was more mature. The beautiful great eternity immortal female cultivator sighed. It looked like Yi Mo had the advantage in the battle of mouths, but in the sect leader's heart he lost a bit already. Gong Sun Yin nodded. He was very satisfied with his disciples' performance. They were above golden immortal, and yet still wanted to win arguments. Such opponent was not worth attention. How could Yi Mo not know this would make Qin Peifu dislike him, but he didn't care. He wasn't going to allow others to act big in front of him. Pill Master Yi, what level immortal pill master are you? If you're just level 1 immortal pill master, I believe we don't need to compete. Gong Sun Jiu changed his words and didn't dare to say younger martial brother Yi Mo. Seeing this, Yi Mo didn't keep calling him Jiu, but he interrupted, I wonder what level immortal pill master Gong Sun is. After meeting my master, I became level 1 immortal pill master within 100 years. Then I'm level 2 immortal pill master. Gong Sun Jiu was interrupted by Yi Mo before he finished again. Yi Mo really disliked the way he talked. He was going to crush his confidence. Gong Sun Jiu was annoyed. No matter how well his manners were, he couldn't take Yi Mo's insult again and again. He glanced coldly at Yi Mo, but I was level 2 immortal pill master a few hundred years ago. Now I'm going to concoct level 3. What made Gong Sun Jiu even more furious was that Yi Mo interrupted him again. Then I'm level 3 immortal pill master. Then Yi Mo added, if you can concoct level 3, then I'm level 4 immortal pill master. Gong Sun Jiu sneered, Pill Master Yi can only fight with words? Did you not have a master teach you? Level 4 is not immortal pill master, it's immortal pill great master. Oh, so, I'm Immortal Pill Great Master. I thought I was Immortal Pill Master. It seems it's better to have a master, otherwise I don't even know I reached Great Master. Mo sneered. PSCH, a few female disciples couldn't resist laughing again. Even the icy cold Bingyu wanted to laugh. Sigh, not a good match for Nianmei. Bingyu's master shook her head. She clearly didn't like Mo trying to win a battle of mouth everywhere. Qin Peifu really disliked this and coughed. Since you're both Immortal Pill Master, then begin pill concoction now. Say which pills you want to make, and what herbs the extreme sword sect can provide at all. Then Qin Peifu looked coldly at his daughter, signaling she chose a bad Dao partner. Then I'll concoct abstruse essence pill. I need rootless floating lin, silver yellow grass, snow needle fruit. Gong Sun Ziyu brought up more than 10 herbs. It was a rather hard to concoct pill amongst level 3 immortal pill. It was used for abstruse immortal cultivator cultivation and good for breaking through bottlenecks. Then I'll concoct abstruse essence pill. Then Mo repeated exactly what Gong Sun Ziyu said. Everyone was lost for words. Clearly Mo was targeting Gong Sun Ziyu. But everyone guessed wrong. Mo really didn't this time. The reason he did this was so he would use the same immortal spirit herb and make the same pill as Gong Sun Ziyu to end the battle quickly. That way, even those who didn't understand pill concoction would know. Then he would be able to get his space laceration rune and leave. Deal would be done. He didn't have all that time to play with Qin Nianmei. Very well, I believe concocting the same pill would clearly decide the outcome between us in case someone finds all sorts of excuses. Gong Sun Ziyu sneered. Gong Sun Ziyu actually nodded in agreement. That's right, if I concoct some other pill, and someone thinks the pill I concocted was too easy and won inappropriately, Nianmei would definitely help me. Mo said this to push Gong Sun Ziyu on the opposing side of Qin Nianmei. Indeed, Qin Nianmei sneered. I'm not blind, I can tell whose pills are better. In fact, she was ready. The best outcome was of course Mo winning, but even if Mo lost, as long as he didn't lose too much, she had the confidence to let her father agree to her. Gong Sun Ziyu looked hatefully at this pill master Yi, who caused Qin Nianmei to dislike him. The immortal spirit herb were soon sent over, and Gong Sun Ziyu released his pill cauldron without even looking at Mo and shot out a purple flame. Mo didn't start immediately. His pill concoction speed was very fast. Seeing how he used a top-grade immortal artifact pill cauldron, Mo sighed. Having a good master made all the difference. Top-grade immortal artifact pill cauldron was more expensive than top-grade flying immortal artifact. That purple flame was Liming Fire. Ranked 9th amongst Heaven Flame in the cultivation realm and 33 written, all 108 flames. Seeing everyone look at him, Mo could only release a middle-grade immortal artifact pill cauldron. Mo wasn't going to take out Shinnon cauldron. He felt it wasn't ordinary. Seeing this, everyone knew the outcome was already decided. Mo then slowly took out Mist Lotus Heartfire. He didn't even want to expose this if it wasn't its grade was too low. Mist Lotus Heartfire? Everyone recognized immediately. Gong Sun Yin was a little surprised seeing this, but immediately sighed. This flame had the wrong master. It was a waste for an ordinary solo cultivator to take it. Gong Sun Ziyu was completely focused on pill concoction and didn't notice what flame Mo took out. Mo instead admired this guy. It wasn't easy to be fully focused on pill concoction under such circumstance. Gong Sun Ziyu was completely focused on pill concoction and didn't notice what flame Mo took out. Mo instead admired this guy. It wasn't easy to be fully focused on pill concoction under such circumstance. Mo slowly chucked the immortal spirit herb in the pill cauldron and used Mist Lotus Heartfire to refine the immortal spirit herb. Seeing Mo do things step by step while Gong Sun Ziyu was so fast his movements couldn't be seen, everyone knew that Gong Sun Ziyu was better than Mo in every way except a flame. Qin Nianmei was desperate locoing at this. She knew Mo was a level 3 immortal pill master, but she didn't expect his pill concoction skills to be this bad. The only one who knew that Mo's pill concoction skills was too much stronger than Gong Sun Ziyu was Feng Chunma. Half an hour later, Gongsun Ziyu was using Pull spell and pulled out 12 pills in 3 seconds. They immediately had a pill aroma and was placed in the bottle he prepared. Yimo's spirit sense immediately recognized the grade of Gongsun Ziyu's pills. When everyone was amazed with Gongsun Ziyu's proficient pill concoction method, Yimo took out a jade bottle and instantly took out 12 pills. Seeing Yimo finish too, Qin Yunmei breathed easy. Everyone thought Yimo would lose for sure and didn't notice that Yimo was only about 10 seconds slower than Gongsun Ziyu. He clearly moved so slowly before, but his pill concoction was no slower than Gongsun Ziyu, maybe even a little faster. Very well, Ziyu. Qin Peifu suddenly stopped as he found Yimo was done. He immediately changed his words. Both of you are prodigies of pill Dao, finishing the same abstruse essence pill in under half an hour. Now allow Elder Yang of our sect and Brother Gongsun to judge together. Gongsun In quickly said, Martial Sister Yang, Zai can have a look, I don't need to. After all, Gongsun Ziyu is my disciple. In that case I'll have a look at their pills. The beautiful great eternity immortal female cultivator nodded. Seeing Yimo send his pills over to Elder Yang Zai, Gongsun Ziyu hesitated for a moment and gave his bottle to Elder Yang. Yimo wanted to laugh. Gongsun Ziyu was scared Elder Yang would cheat just because she said something fair. Yang Zai didn't seem to notice this, and took both jade bottles. She looked very calm before, but after looking at it, she was shook. Seeing this, everyone wanted to know what would make a great eternity immortal so shocked. Martial Sister Yang, what are the results? Qin Peifei asked desperately. Yang Zai sighed. Pill Master, you probably won by a little bit.
What?
Gongsun Ziyu called out in shock, but then he immediately realized his disrespect and quickly apologized. The cultivators started chattering. Clearly, they didn't believe Elder Yang's judgment. Thinking about how she helped Yimo before, clearly everyone felt she intentionally made Gongsun Ziyu lose. But no matter what, they couldn't doubt her. After all, no one would be dumb enough to doubt a great eternity immortal publicly. Gongsun Yin's face was bad, but he didn't make any request and said, haha, since Pill Master Yi can beat Jiu a little, he's indeed not bad. Jiu, come back. He immediately agreed to Yang Zai's judgment and didn't ask to see the pills. Gongsun Jiu was unsatisfied, but he didn't argue and went back. Even Qin Peifu sighed. Since Yang Zai wanted to help Qin Yunmei, it meant that Qin Yunmei already asked for her help. Since Yimo could concoct abstruse essence pill, he wouldn't be that bad. Plus he was who his daughter liked, so he said nothing. Seeing Gongsun Yin's face, how could Yang Zai not know what he thought? He gave the 2 jade bottles to him, although I decided that Yimo won, but I'm no immortal pill master, I might have misjudged. Martial Brother Gongsun is immortal pill great master, so it's better you have a look. No need, Gongsun Yin said, but he still took the jade bottles. He really wanted to see what Yimo was concocting so slowly that could beat his disciple. The 2 jade bottles were opened again. Gongsun Yin rapidly looked at them, and his face changed. Moments later, he sighed, Pill Master Ye's abstruse essence pill is indeed a little better than Jiu. Pill Master Yi probably won. Pill Master Yi wasn't bluffing, indeed his accomplishment would be unlimited in the future. Master? Gongsun Ziyu looked at his master in confusion. Theoretically, his master wouldn't help Yimo, so why did he say Yimo won? Was Yimo's pills really better than his? Yimo saluted with his fists. That was just pure luck. That was the hardest cauldron of pills I've concocted so far. The win is truly due to luck. Seeing Yimo's genuine expression, everyone realized that Yimo's cauldron was probably really good due to his luck. Perhaps this was fate between him and Qin Yunmei. Qin Peifu also looked at Gongsun Yin in confusion. He really didn't believe Yimo would win. Seeing everyone look at him, Gongsun Yin pointed at the 2 jade bottles. Out of Jiu's 12 pills, there is 1 top grade, 8 middle grade, and 3 low grade. Everyone looked at Gongsun Jiu with awe. The main signature of Immortal Pill Master reaching Immortal Pill Great Master was concocting 12 top grade level 3 immortal pills. Gongsun Ziyu had one meaning, that he was making progress towards Immortal Pill Great Master. This process might be long, but it was better than countless Immortal Pill Master who had no hope. Soon, everyone thought about Emo. Didn't that mean he had at least one top-grade pill? Gong Sun-in said, Pill Master Yi also has one top-grade pills, but there are 9 middle-grade and 2 low-grade. With this, everyone realized how Emo won. He had 1 extra middle-grade pill and 1 less low-grade pill. This difference was really fine. If it wasn't that this control wasn't something people could control, people would even think Emo did this intentionally, but not even level 6 Immortal Pill Great Master might be able to do this. Everyone could only sigh that Emo was truly lucky. Gong Sun Ziyu was immensely frustrated. Emo won him by a mere middle-grade pill. He would rather his cauldron have failed than to lose in such a frustrating way. Come, try the immortal spirit fruit of our extreme sword sect. Qin Peifu changed the subject. Qin Mianmei rejoiced. She didn't Emo to easily beat Gong Sun Ziyu like this. She didn't use the other cards she had prepared. She waved to Emo. Quickly come over, sit here. Seeing his daughter's happy look, Qin Peifu smiled. He felt her eyes were quite keen to be able to find an immortal pill master better than Gong Sun Yin's disciple. Emo bowed to Yang Zai and then walked to the table next to Qin Peifu, but didn't sit down. Okay, great. Qin Peifu started to like Emo now. Seeing that he was going to say more, Emo quickly bowed and said, Qianbei, Wanbei got news not long ago. There's something important that I need to go back for. So, Emo was done with the mission, so he had to go. He was scared this Qin Peifu would ask things. Qin Mianmei didn't expect Emo was leaving this quickly. She was grateful that Emo helped her, but now Emo was leaving without even sitting down. Seeing the questioning glance from her father, she felt uncomfortable. This guy was too heartless. He didn't even want to stay a little longer after the deal was done, but she could only help Emo now. Yes, Dad. When he came, he had things he didn't deal with. After he finishes it, I'll let him stay here. Qin Peifu smiled. In that case, send Emo off first, and then come back. I have some things to ask you. Qin Peifu smiled. In that case, send Emo off first, and then come back. I have some things to ask you. I know. Qian Mianmei quickly agreed, and then pulled Emo's hand as they walked out. How come Emo not know what she meant? She was scared that not long after he left her father would try and help her find a Dao partner again, so she did this in front of everyone. Martial Brother Yi, I'll come send you off too. Feng Chunma was very disappointed to see Emo leave. She still wanted to ask Emo to help with pill concoction again. What are you doing? Nianmei is sending Emo off. You don't need to go join her. The nun dressed great extreme immortal next to Feng Chunma quickly stopped her. Only Bingyu knew what was going on. She clearly saw Feng Chunma walk out of Emo's room with untidy clothes.
She could only sigh.
Feng Chunma could only sigh as well upon seeing her master stopped her. Now that Emo left, she could only ask Qin Mianmei about him. Qin Mianmei sent Emo to the door of the sect and said unhappily, Aren't you a bit too desperate? You didn't even stay here for a day, and you're going to leave. Emo said plainly, The deal between us is done. I don't like staying here. Emo was being honest. He didn't know anyone here, and they were all more powerful than him. It was fine if Qin Mianmei was really his Dao partner, but she wasn't. Never mind, I really didn't expect you to be able to beat Gong Sun Ziyu in pill concoction. I thought it would take a long while for me to convince my father, but it succeeded so fast. Thank you, Qin Mianmei said. Emo waved his hand. No need to thank me. We're just doing a deal. Plus, there's something you haven't given me yet, aren't you? Qin Mianmei rolled her eyes. I didn't forget. She took out a rune and a jade slip. The map to the Chaos Star Realm is inside. This is the Space Laceration rune. But I need to remind you, it's suicide to go there with your power. You helped me, and I feel you're a good person, so I don't want you to die immediately. Thank you. Whether or not I die is my business. After our deal, you are you, I am me.
Goodbye.
Then Emo got on Blue Moon and disappeared. Pfft. Serves you right to die in the Chaos Star Realm. Qin Mianmei cursed behind Emo's back. Suddenly, she felt a little sad. She truly didn't want Emo to die. He was very cunning, but he kept his promise. Plus, concocting that cauldron of pills was probably the hardest thing he had ever done. After Yi Mo left, Gong Sun Yi no longer had the mood to stay at his friend's place and left with Gong Sun Jiu. Qin Peifu had seen Yi Mo. Yi Mo's overall performance was barely satisfactory. He wasn't mature, but he had real capability. As for maturity, that was no problem. After some things it would change. Yang Zai took Bing Yu and left the main peak of the sect. Then she suddenly asked, Bing Yu, you don't seem to be happy. You're rarely like this. Is it because Hai Chuanwu still pesters you? The ice-cold female cultivator quickly said, No, master, it's because I feel like Martial's sister Nianmei and Gong Sun Jiu are a better match. That Yi Mo doesn't seem very mature, and he won by luck. Yang Zai looked at her disciple in confusion. She rarely said anything usually. Why did she suddenly exclaim about such things? Yang Zai sighed. Do you really think that Yi Mo beat Gong Sun Jiu by luck? Did he not? Bing Yu asked in shock. Yang Zai said seriously, although I'm not certain that Yi Mo did it on purpose, his luck is a bit too good. He won with an extra middle-grade pill, and his procedure wasn't fast. How come he finished only 10 seconds later than Gong Sun Jiu? But master, if he could control pills to such extent, didn't this mean he was a top-grade immortal pill great master, or even an immortal pill grandmaster? Bing Yu asked in confusion. Yang Zai frowned. This is something I don't understand either. Even an immortal pill great master might not have such accurate control. If Yi Mo did this intentionally, then he's too scary. He said that was the hardest cauldron of pills he had ever concocted. Didn't that mean he was just lucky? Bing Yu asked in confusion. Yang Zai sighed. You can understand this from another perspective. Because he had to concoct a cauldron of pills just a little bit better than Gong Sun Jiu. It took him a lot of effort. I feel this is more applicable to Yi Mo's character. Plus, the instant Gong Sun Jiu finished pill concoction, Yi Mo's spirit sense quickly scanned his pills. Huh. Bing Yu stared at her master in shock. Is this possible? It's impossible, so that's why I'm doubtful. If this is true, then that Yi Mo is an unimaginable talent. For such a person, it's not that he doesn't deserve Nianmei, but that Nianmei doesn't deserve him. Yang Zai sighed. Master, cultivation needs a stable mentality. Yi Mo seems very impetuous and immature. Such a person shouldn't have such capability, right? Plus, even if he has some capabilities, it shouldn't be that Nianmei doesn't deserve him? Bing Yu said. Yang Zai fell silent for a while and said, I feel it's very strange too. How could an impetuous person become an immortal pill master great master? Unless his actions were intentional. He had to beat Gong Sun Jiu and make the sect leader accept him as Nianmei's Dao partner, but also needed to leave a bad impression. This is too conflicting. Bing Yu fell silent. If her master's guess was right, then that Yi Mo was too insane. Why did such a prodigy come to the extreme sword sect and immediately get together with Feng Chunma? Feng Chunma usually wasn't such a woman either. Did she know that Yi Mo was extraordinary? Bing Yu, don't underestimate any cultivator. Our sect is Great Eternity Immortal Sect, and is insurmountable in Gong Hua Heaven, but Gong Hua Heaven is just a low heaven domain. There are middle and grand heaven domains. In the vast immortal realm, there are too many prodigies. Your path is still long. I hope to take you to see the prodigies of the middle heaven domains. Perhaps their view would broaden. Master, I understand. I plan to go out for trial anyways and come back when I reach Great Immortal. Bing Yu bowed. Yang Zai nodded. Okay, the immortal realm is cruel, but if you can't survive in the environment yourself and always stay in the sect, you will never accomplish much. Before, I wasn't about to break through to Great Immortal, so I left the sect and found my own fortune. The Chaos Star realm couldn't be reached through teleportation formation. One must fly there, but it could be reached from any heaven domain directly. The time varies. The slowest was using a low-grade immortal artifact which took a few decades. The fastest was just a few days. In the nearby domains, the cultivators realized that it was the fastest to go to Extreme Wind Heaven first, and then go to the Chaos Star realm from there. It would take at most 1 month using a low-grade flying immortal artifact that way. Yi Mo only had a low-grade flying immortal artifact. He would need half a month even flying to the teleportation formation. But Yi Mo didn't mind. He just wanted to improve his power. On the way, he met immortals using all sorts of flying immortal artifacts. Some of them were riding immortal beasts. Yi Mo was very contemptuous towards this. Only a rare few were faster than flying immortal artifacts. Most of them just looked cool. 10 days later, he was halfway to Gong Hua Heaven's teleportation formation. Today, he stood at the front deck of Blue Moon studying the jade slip left behind by Feng Chunma's brother. Then he heard a wave of immortal music. The sound wasn't loud, but it was very clear and comfortable. He scanned with spirit sense and didn't see anyone playing music. Yi Mo judged the direction the sound came from and sped over with Blue Moon to see what it was. But he only went a few hundred kilometers before an even faster dashing light stopped him. Yi Mo immediately knew it was a middle-grade flying immortal artifact, so without hesitation, he released Zisu. It's you? Yi Mo saw that it was the icy cold female cultivator Bingyu and put away Zisu. It's you? Yi Mo saw that it was the icy cold female cultivator Bingyu and put away Zisu. The female cultivator glanced coldly at Yi Mo and asked, "You don't want to live?" "What do you mean?" Yi Mo raised a brow and questioned coldly. He almost released Zisu again. Did this woman think she was powerful just because she was an abstruse immortal? She was a mere abstruse immortal primary stage. That's Gong Hua Heaven's Freedom King's chariot. You don't move aside, and instead you charge up. If you want to die, you might as well kill yourself without dragging our extreme sword sect into it, Bingyu said emotionlessly. Just when Yi Mo wanted to speak, he heard Bingyu sneer. Shut up. Then she stood on her flying magic artifact and looked down, saying nothing. Yi Mo suddenly felt a powerful force sweep over. He uncontrollably shivered. There was an icy spirit sense that shivered even his soul. It was as though the next moment his soul would run out of his body and even his golden page world would seep out. Yi Mo was shook, and just when he wanted to use the three-birth chant, he suddenly realized he must not use three-birth chant here no matter what. If he did, everything was exposed. Sweat dripped from his forehead. His entire body became drenched. Just when Yi Mo didn't know what to do, the spirit sense swept past his body. It was just a few seconds, but Yi Mo felt like it had been a few centuries. There was such a powerful immortal in the world. Just who was this Freedom King? The immortal sound left, and Yi Mo didn't even have the courage to chase up and scan with his spirit sense. He was certain that if he did, he would die. When the immortal music completely disappeared, Bingyu still stood there not moving. Yi Mo didn't move seeing this. 5 minutes later, Bingyu glanced coldly at Yi Mo and was about to fly forward on her flying magic artifact. Yi Mo just realized that this woman just saved his life. Otherwise, if he charged up recklessly, he would have been killed by a beam of spirit sense already. Even if he wasn't killed, all his secrets would be exposed for sure. Martial Sister Bingyu, thanks for saving my life. Yi Mo was truly thankful to her. Bingyu looked plainly at Yi Mo and didn't answer. She was prepared to leave. Yi Mo quickly asked again, Martial Sister Bingyu, who is this Freedom King? What is his power? Bingyu frowned and said, the Freedom King is called Fong Baikan. He's an immortal king. Even the Heaven Lord of Gong Hua Heaven has to move aside when seeing him. Immortal King power? Immortal King was this powerful? Yi Mo thought of that blue-dressed female cultivator. Wasn't she a status immortal too? Why wasn't she that powerful? Was she not an immortal king? Seeing Yi Mo daze on the side, Bingyu ignored him and was prepared to keep going when another dashing light came. Martial Sister Bingyu, you went so fast. When I went to find you, Martial Uncle said you had left already. I finally caught up to you now. A joyful voice sounded. Yi Mo woke up and realized that he knew this cultivator. It was that male cultivator he met at the gates of Extreme Sword Sect, the abstruse immortal primary stage. He seemed to be some martial brother Wu. So, you came out with pill mastery, that's good. If it wasn't that Pill Master Ye's flying magic artifact is a little weaker, I really wouldn't be able to catch up to you. The male cultivator saw Yi Mo and smiled. Yi Mo suddenly really disliked this martial brother Wu. There was clearly a sliver of jealousy in his eyes, but he acted really happy. He said his flying magic artifact was bad, but his was only a middle-grade flying immortal artifact. Martial brother Wu. Bingyu was surprised. She didn't expect this guy to still catch up when she left early. Yi Mo wanted to laugh. This martial brother Wu stuck to Bingyu everywhere. Yi Mo was thinking, what was anything good about this icy cold woman? Although she was the #1 prettiest woman in the immortal realm he had seen so far, she was too lacking in facial expression. Yi Mo didn't talk. He couldn't be bothered. He was an immortal forgery master. When he reached immortal forgery great master, he could upgrade his flying magic artifact to middle grade at any time. Martial brother Wu was happy seeing Yi Mo didn't answer him. Pill Master Yi will perhaps be our extreme sword sex member, so I'll introduce myself. I'm Hai Chunwu, the great disciple of Green Fall Peak. Martial Sister Nianmei is a bright jewel of our sect. Congratulations. How could Yi Mo not know what he meant? He thought he came out with Bingyu. Yi Mo casually saluted with his fists.
Haha.
Seeing that Yi Mo didn't seem to welcome him much, Hai Chuanwu thought that Yi Mo was annoyed. He stopped the private time between him and Bingyu, so he said again, Pill Master Yi's luck is really good, winning with a middle-grade immortal pill. Everyone in the sect is amazed at Pill Master Yi's luck. If I had Pill Master Yi's luck, sigh. Yi Mo didn't offend this guy, but because he liked Bingyu, he berated him in front of her. Yi Mo disliked this guy more and more. Comparatively, Gong Sun Jiyu was much better. He then said calmly, don't even think about my luck. You will never have it in your entire life. Didn't your master teach you? Luck is a type of power? Hai Chuanwu didn't expect Yi Mo to be so straightforward. He frowned, but thinking about what Yi Mo acted like at the competition, he immediately categorized Yi Mo as vulgar. Bingyu was shook. She thought of her master's analysis. Was this Pill Master Yi really keeping a low profile? Was his luck really, as he said, a part of his power? Hai Chuanwu wasn't annoyed, however. He was happy. Yi Mo was immature, like the Qian Bais in the sect said. He was like a little kid. There was no way Bingyu would like such a person. Thinking about this, he said calmly, that's true. I rely on hard work. I don't have Pill Master Yi's luck power. He then said, where does Pill Master Yi want to go?
If you need my help, just say it.
No need, Martial Brother Wu. Go where you please. I can solve my own things. Yi Mo rejected without hesitation. He thought Yi Mo was with Bingyu. How could he agree to go? He quickly said, how can that do? Nianmei is the daughter of our sect leader, and you're the one she chose. I must help. After helping you, I'll leave with Martial Sister Bingyu. Yi Mo frowned. He was going to Chaos Star Realm for trial. Why did this Hai Chuanwu pester him? I'm going to take a shit, Martial Brother Wu. Do you still want to help? Yi Mo was annoyed. You. Hai Chuanwu's face went green. He didn't expect Yi Mo would say such words in front of Bingyu. This was too insulting. Bingyu heard this and still had a calm face, but she didn't want to stay here anymore. She said to Hai Chuanwu, Martial Brother Wu, you guys talk. I'll be going. Then she flew off and sighed. He didn't deserve Martial Sister Nianmei. She even began to disregard her master's suspicions. At this moment, Hai Chuanwu realized that Yi Mo wasn't with Bingyu. He glared at Yi Mo and chased up. Only then did Yi Mo realize why Hai Chuanwu had to follow him. This kid thought Bingyu must be on the same journey with him. After they had disappeared, Yi Mo chose a direction and flew off. He was thinking about that terrifying Freedom King. If he was in front of such a person, his golden page world would be exposed for sure. After they had disappeared, Yi Mo chose a direction and flew off. He was thinking about that terrifying Freedom King. If he was in front of such a person, his golden page world would be exposed for sure. It wouldn't be as simple as him dying. Everyone related to him would be killed. Everything inside the golden page world was invaluable. If it was revealed, How could that powerful being not kill everyone he knew to shut everyone up? An immortal king was already this terrifying. What about immortal monarchs and immortal emperors? If Lu Jingquan reached immortal king, how was he to survive? Yi Mo sighed. It wasn't bad that he met the Freedom King this time. At least he was alert now. He realized that if he didn't reach status immortal, he would still be an insect. He shouldn't try to come in contact with those powerful beings. Even coming to the extreme sword sect was dangerous. Qin Peifu and them had no ill will towards him, but if they did and tried to check him with their spirit sense, who knows what would happen? He was too arrogant, Yi Mo told himself. He had decided that he would stay at the Chaos Star Realm and not come out unless he reached higher cultivation level. The Immortal Realm was very fascinating, but it wasn't a place a small golden immortal could have fun. Yi Mo sped up and felt even more desperate to go there. At the main peak of the extreme sword sect, Qin Nianmei acted like a little kid who did something wrong, looking down at the ground while a man stood in front of her. Who is that Yi Mo? How do you know him? Is he really your Dao partner? Qin Peifu asked with a sliver of seriousness in his tone. Dad, I've said it many times. Why don't you believe me? He's just like that. He's not disrespecting you. I've brought it up to him many times. Even though he doesn't change, I can't just give up on him, Qin Nianmei explained. Seeing her father's face ease, she quickly told him everything about how she met Yen Tantao. I was at a marketplace in Hailon Immortal City. He was setting up a pill stall. After a long while, Qin Nianmei finished, and Qin Peifu nodded. That Yi Mo isn't very mature, but he's indeed a prodigy to be able to beat Gong Sun Yin's disciple. He's a level 3 immortal pill master now. He might accomplish far more in the future. So, Nianwei, you need to work hard yourself now. You need to quickly reach abstruse immortal and break through to great immortal. Dad, Qin Nianmei groaned. He just beat that Gong Sun Jiu by luck. If he tried again, he might lose. Oh, so you're saying Gong Sun Ziyu is better than him? Qin Peifu asked. No, I don't mean that. I mean, his future would definitely be stronger than Gong Sun Jiu's. Qin Nianmei waved her hand quickly. Qin Peifu suddenly said seriously, you need to find out who he is. Although it seemed very lucky, afterwards when I thought about it, he might have intentionally done that. That one was too lucky. If he did that on purpose, then this pill master Yi is too terrifying. You need to be careful in dealing with such a person. You need to know what he wants. Qin Nianmei wanted to laugh. Dad, don't worry, I know where this person came from and what he does. He definitely won by luck. Qin Nianmei suddenly felt things weren't right. She was talking about Yi Mo. He had nothing to do with her now. She should be caring about Yen Tantao. When she traveled with Yen Tantao, she never asked where he came from. Qin Peifu nodded. Indeed, it's not quite possible he did it on purpose. You took a space laceration rune. Did you give it to him to go to the Chaos Star Realm? Yes, Qin Nianmei admitted. As though fearing her dad would tell her off, she added. He said he would go after reaching Golden Immortal Tertiary stage. Qin Peifu nodded. Not bad. He has perseverance and the will to fight. He's a pill master too. Nianmei, I feel like Yi Mo is a very good choice. His character is a bit lacking, but that isn't the most important. Far Star Castle. This was no castle, nor immortal city, nor town. This was just a huge square with countless stalls. The only thing was that one side was covered in mist, and one's spirit sense couldn't scan in. To be specific, it was a void. There were many cultivators talking at the border of the square, or walking around the stalls. There was a huge teleportation formation in the middle. Cultivators were constantly teleported here, or teleporting Y. Everyone knew this was the entry to the Chaos Star Realm. This square was the nearest square to Chaos Star Realm in extreme wind heaven. The people here didn't go in immediately, as they were grouping up. Each group would gather a certain amount of people before heading in. This way, even if they encountered a void hurricane or void beasts, they would be able to help each other. Another thing was that if they used their space laceration runes together, they would have a higher chance to open the space to the Chaos Star Realm. If one person came to the space barrier at the Chaos Star Realm, there wasn't a high probability of him tearing open the barrier to the Chaos Star Realm even with the rune. Some squads with enough people walked towards the mist under the captain and quickly disappeared. Some squads even put up signs requesting what sort of power and what sort of flying magic artifacts they had. Yi Mo reached the teleportation formation at Gonghua Heaven in just 5 days, as his blue moon wasn't much slower than even middle-grade flying immortal artifacts. Yi Mo immediately took the teleportation formation to Far Star Castle. Walking out of the teleportation formation, Yi Mo felt a little dizzy. This teleportation distance was extremely far, even he felt dizzy. He wouldn't even be able to make even one formation flag for such a teleportation formation. Why is he here? Does this guy want to go the Chaos Star Realm too? Hai Chuanwu immediately noticed Yi Mo. They didn't have enough people yet. Zhen Bingyu also looked at Yi Mo in confusion. She didn't understand why Yi Mo came here too. Didn't he have something important to do? Was it to come here? Yi Mo was a mere golden immortal primary stage. It was suicide to come here. Yi Mo scanned the square with spirit sense, and the words, Far Star Castle, floated in the middle. There were many cultivators here, but Yi Mo soon found he was the weakest. Those immortals with stalls were at least golden immortal tertiary stage. Most of the cultivators in the square were abstruse immortals. There was not a single golden immortal middle stage, much less a primary stage cultivator. So he was the weakest here. Yi Mo rubbed his nose speechlessly. His spirit sense saw Bingyu and Hai Chuanwu too, but he didn't want to go over and talk. He had nothing to do with their sect now. Yi Mo walked up to a golden immortal peak stage cultivator and saluted with his fists. Friend, is this the place towards the Chaos Star Realm? The golden immortal peak stage looked at Yi Mo and nodded. That's right, this is Far Star Castle. You leave from here to go to the Chaos Star Realm. How do you go in? Yi Mo asked. The golden immortal peak stage didn't mind. Many cultivators came here for the first time. The only thing was that this cultivator's power was too low. He pointed at the misty side. Go from there, fly for half a month to a month, and you can see the barrier to the Chaos Star Realm. Use your space laceration rune with people, and you can go in. Thank you, friend. Yi Mo thanked him and immediately headed to the misty side. The golden immortal was dumbfounded and murmured, he won't be going there alone, right? Zhen Bingyu already felt it was strange that Yi Mo came here at golden immortal primary stage, but seeing him about to go in alone after asking a few questions, her jaw dropped. She really didn't expect there to be someone this cocky. Even abstruse immortal peak stage or great immortals rarely went in alone. Did this guy come here to seek death? Zhen Bingyu already felt it was strange that Yi Mo came here at golden immortal primary stage, but seeing him about to go in alone after asking a few questions, her jaw dropped. She really didn't expect there to be someone this cocky. Even abstruse immortal peak stage or great immortals rarely went in alone. Did this guy come here to seek death? The nearby immortals were also dazed, but soon most of them realized that this new golden immortal primary stage didn't know the rules. He thought he could go in alone. What an idiot. But no one reminded Yi Mo. It was a good show for them. People were too bored. A golden immortal primary stage cultivator's life meant nothing to them. Yi Mo felt something was wrong, but he couldn't tell where. He didn't feel that golden immortal cultivator was lying to him, and his instinct felt that he would reach the Chaos Star Realm if he went any more forward. Just when he was about to go in, a faint blue figure stopped in front of him. You want to die? A crisp, cold voice sounded again. Yi Mo looked, and it was that Bingyu again. This was the second time she said, you want to die? But this time, Yi Mo didn't get angry. She had saved him before indeed. Martial sister Bingyu. I'm living quite well. Why would I want to die? Yi Mo asked plainly. Zhan Bianjia grunted. You think all the people here aren't going to the Chaos Star Realm? Why don't they leave? Why? Yi Mo subconsciously asked. Zhan Bianjiu said coldly, it's indeed the heaven domain void if you go in there. Unless you're a great immortal, going in alone is like suicide. And the barrier for the Chaos Star Realm can only be activated when tens or even 100 people use their runes together. Yemo looked around at the cultivators here and realized how bleak they were. They were all watching him like a fool. No one came up to warn him. "Thank you, Martial Sister Bingyu, you saved me again." Yemo didn't believe he would die going into the heaven domain void, but if he didn't go with anyone his space laceration rune would be useless. Zhun Bingyu didn't look at Yemo and just went back to where she was. Yemo saw a skinny golden immortal tertiary stage cultivator just turn around too. He immediately politely called out to him, "Friend, you came to stop me going in, right?" The skinny cultivator nodded. "Yais, you can't go in there alone. You have to team up. I just wanted to stop you, but someone already did." "Thank you. I'm Yemo, a solo cultivator." Yemo saluted with his fists. The skinny cultivator returned in the same manner. "I'm Cui Mingli. I come from Yuan Heaven's great extreme immortal sect Dao Star Sect. I've found a team already. You should hurry and find one." Seeing him go back, Yemo breathed easy. This Cui Mingli clearly was a warm-hearted cultivator. There were so many cultivators who saw him about to go in alone, but only Bingyu and this guy stopped him. But Yemo knew why Bingyu stopped him. It was due to Qin Yanmei. Otherwise, she definitely wouldn't come out. But even so, Yemo was grateful to her. Even though Yemo didn't want to form a team, he had to find one. Otherwise, no one would take him in with his power. Yemo scanned around and was disappointed. He didn't match the requirements. The lowest requirement was Golden Immortal Tertiary Stage and have at least a low-grade flying immortal artifact. He had one, but he was a far cry from Golden Immortal Tertiary Stage. An ordinary Golden Immortal Primary Stage would take at least a few thousand years to reach Golden Immortal Tertiary Stage. Some talented cultivators would only need a few hundred years. Extreme examples could do this in a few decades. Yemo could only walk towards a sign asking for Golden Immortal Tertiary Stage. It was a Golden Immortal Peak Stage cultivator. He saw Yemo come over and frowned. "Can I join your team?" Yemo saw the frown and sighed, but still asked. The Golden Immortal Peak Stage was very polite. "Sorry, the lowest requirement is Golden Immortal Tertiary Stage, your only Golden Immortal Primary Stage. I believe I won't drag the team behind," Yemo said. The Golden Immortal Tertiary Stage shook his head and said nothing. Yemo asked a few more and he was rejected by them all. No one wanted to take a Golden Immortal Primary Stage who would drag the team down. Some squads had enough people and began to go in. Hai Chuanwu saw Bingyu stare at Yemo and asked, "How about we let Pill Master Yi come to our squad?" Bingyu asked coldly, "Did he ask for your help?" Hai Chuanwu felt uncomfortable seeing Bingyu stop Yemo, but hearing this, he felt very satisfied. But he still sighed and said nothing. Bingyu indeed didn't want Yemo to join her squad. To her, Yemo would die no matter what squad he joined. It was better for him to not let him join a squad as he would go back and not die. Seeing that he still had to go in alone, Yemo shook his head helplessly. Cui Mingli saw Yemo couldn't find a team and worried for him too. Martial Brother Chen, that Golden Immortal Primary Stage, Cui Mingli didn't even finish before he was interrupted by the abstruse Immortal Primary Stage captain. "Cui Mingli, I took you because your perseverance is good yet you still want to help someone else? If you still want to say that, then please leave." Cui Mingli's mouth was bitter, but he didn't dare to say anything. Yemo didn't hear Cui Mingli trying to help him, but seeing the captain reproach him, he immediately knew what happened. Yemo felt a little despondent seeing that no team willing to take him. Some cultivators admired Yemo's courage, daring to go into the Chaos Star realm alone and thinking that he could join a team with Golden Immortal Primary Stage cultivation. If the captain wasn't brain dead, he wouldn't allow such a person. There were so many dangers out there, and if one person dragged the team back, it would be a ticking time bomb. As more and more teams left, Yemo knew it was probably very hard to find someone to take him. At this moment, the teleportation formation lit up again, and a few thousand people were teleported back. Yemo was confused why so many cultivators came when he heard other people discuss. "This is the Extreme Heaven sect joining up to trial together. I didn't think there would be this many. Less than 3,000 for a heaven domain. This isn't much. True, it said that the reward for the top 10 is very juicy. Yi Mo scanned with spirit sense and found that the leading person was indeed a great eternity immortal and a few great extreme immortals. The great eternity immortal said to the few thousand cultivators, "The time frame for this trial is 2 years. 2 years later, we will be calculating results here. The Chaos Star Realm is full of danger. I hope you guys can help each other. Okay, I've said enough. Time for you to form teams and go in." Soon, the cultivators formed into small groups and went in. Zhan Bingyu glanced at Yi Mo and followed her squad into the heaven domain void. In a short time, there were only a few cultivators waiting to form a team, and there were the stall cultivators. These cultivators waiting were all higher cultivation level than Yi Mo, so Yi Mo clearly couldn't team up with him. In a short time, there were only a few cultivators waiting to form a team, and there were the stall cultivators. These cultivators waiting were all higher cultivation level than Yi Mo, so Yi Mo clearly couldn't team up with him. Seeing Yi Mo frown, a stall-keeping golden immortal sighed. "Friend, your power is currently too low. Even if someone takes you on a team, it might not be good for you to go in." Yi Mo saluted with his fists to that cultivator. "Thank you." Then, he walked into the mist without hesitation. Everyone was dazed. They didn't expect this ordinary golden immortal primary stage was this persistent. No one took him on a team, so he was going in alone. He already knew the danger, and yet, he was still going in. Did he not fear death? There were many cultivators who didn't fear death in the immortal realm, but there wasn't a cultivator who knew certain death and still went its way. Those few great immortals were shook too. When they learned of the situation, they all shook their heads. Pity, one great extreme immortal looked at Emo's figure disappearing into the mist. He has a heart of cultivation that dares to compete, but not a calm brain. Even if he doesn't die in there, he will die somewhere else. Nothing to feel pity about. That great eternity immortal shook his head. If it was before he saw the Freedom King, Yi Mo might hesitate, but now he knew that if he couldn't improve his power rapidly, he was meat on the chopping block that anyone could cut. He didn't even have the right to form a squad with people here. Yi Mo looked calm, but he wasn't on the inside. He needed power. He was going to tell everyone that he, Yi Mo, could still go in the Chaos Star Realm even if he didn't have a team. Plus, if he was scared of everything and didn't dare to fight for it, how could he be an immortal? After going into the mist, the far star castle immediately disappeared. Even his spirit sense couldn't see it. He was in a dull gray void. There were asteroid lights that colored the sky a little. Yi Mo released Blue Moon and carefully charged into the void. He was very careful, but not scared. He had been to the Void Fissure alone, ran amongst void wind blades, took a shower in void flame, and practiced body refinement in void sand whirlpools. Even though the void here was countless times stronger than the cultivation realm's void, his power was also countless times stronger. Half a day later, Yi Mo saw no danger. There were just an occasional few void wind blades and a few meteors, but they didn't harm him at all. Yi Mo wasn't scared of these. He was scared of void disposition the most. It would be certain death for him. Yi Mo believed there was no void disposition. As if there was, there wouldn't be so many void immortal beasts here. 2 days later, Yi Mo didn't loosen up at all. He just dodged tens of meteors today and saw countless flashing red lights. Those red lights could blink, and a foul stench came over. Yi Mo knew these were the void immortal beasts. There were countless blinking red lights. They were probably the 3-footed wolves. They lived in the void in large groups. They could cultivate in the void and loved eating cultivator flesh. They would be able to find cultivators who went into the void quickly and surround them. Just when Yi Mo thought of this, countless 3-footed wolves surrounded him. His spirit sense couldn't extend very far here, but he could sense up to a few hundred kilometers away. They were everywhere. Other than a few that were at level 1, most were level 2, and a few were level 3. Seeing this, Yi Mo breathed easy. At least there were no level 4 wolves. If there were, he would have to run. Level 4 was equivalent to great immortal power. Fighting against a great immortal wolf with his little golden immortal power was suicide. Even though their offensive power was weak and they only knew a type of wind blade, once it was a high enough level, wind blades could be lethal too. Howl. Countless wolves howled. Yi Mo released Sisu. He wasn't afraid of group battles. His lightning sword, illusion cloud domain kill strike, and heaven flame 9 suns were abilities of mass slaughter. He even annihilated the few 100 million sand soul beasts. There were only tens of thousands of wolves here. Seeing Yi Mo release Sisu, the wolves rustled and attacked at the same time. The circle closed in. Yi Mo didn't dare to use Heaven Flame 9 Suns. It was too taxing on his spirit sense, and too much of a waste to use it on wolves. Heaven Flame 9 Suns was best for those spirit bugs or those immortal beasts that feared fire. Of course, when his Heaven Flame 9 Suns reached great completion, he could use it against any immortal beast. Sisu was released, bringing out a faint purple sword ray. The sword ray was pale, but in this dull gray void, it immediately lit up the countless wolves. Those wolves seemed extra snarly under the purple beams. In order to maximize his illusion cloud domain kill strike, he didn't even release his octagonal cauldron. The purple sword chi divided into tens of 100 meters wide, few 100-meter long sword veils, and sliced out. Blood and flesh flew everywhere. Level 2 and Level 1 wolves weren't able to survive under Yi Mo's sword domain at all. Just that strike and Yi Mo killed 200 wolves. But Yi Mo's heart sunk. He found that it was only effective against Level 1 and Level 2 wolves. The Level 3 wolves at most received a wound. But luckily, there were only tens of them. Before Yi Mo could release Sisu again, the countless wind blades tore his barrier and sword domain and struck on his body. Splurge! As soon as they touched Yi Mo, they drew blood. The Level 1 wind blades didn't affect Yi Mo at all. The Level 2 wind blades only could create some marks, but the Level 3 wind blades made a few bloody marks and a spray of blood. Yi Mo knew he couldn't defend now at all. Defending was only stalling. The longer it stalled, the worse it was for him. Who knew if there would be more to come? If he kept defending, he would eventually die. He could hide in his golden page world, but the Level 3 wolves were conscious, and if they spilled this news, it would spell huge trouble. Realizing this, Yi Mo used his God State body refinement to the fullest extent and hacked out with illusion cloud domain kill strike again and again. In a short time, the surroundings were filled by Yi Mo's illusion cloud domain kill strike strikes. There were purple whirlpools in the void space. Wolves were killed non-stop, but Yi Mo's wounds slowly started to pile up. Yi Mo kept eating pills and releasing the illusion cloud domain kill strike. He was a bloodied man right now. Some of the blood was his, some belonged to the wolves. If he didn't have pills, he would have long collapsed already. As he killed more and more Level 3 wolves, Yi Mo knew that the scale of victory was leaning towards him. Chapter 1573. Crazy Cultivator. Chapter 1573. Crazy Cultivator Void Wolves were definitely a type of extremely crazy void immortal beast, but in this even crazier fighting style Yi Mo was using, they began to go into chaos. As more and more wolves died, their bodies piled up in the void. Some were taken away by the void chaos flow immediately. A few more Level 3 wolves were killed by Yi Mo, and he started to take less and less wind blades. The head wolf at the back felt things weren't right. If things went on like this, these wolves would all die. Just when the head wolf was contemplating whether they should retreat or launch one more ferocious attack, an explosion sounded in the void. In a short time, tens of lightning swords rained down. These lightning swords all struck the Level 2 wolves, and another group died. The reason Yi Mo only used it now was because he was scared if he used it too early, his spirit sense and immortal essence would run out. Now that the wolf pack was disordered, they clearly weren't going to last long. Now was the perfect time to use it. Howl. The wolves finally realized Yi Mo's power. With the howl of the head wolf, the remaining 20,000 wolves rapidly retreated into the void. Yemo breathed easy. If these wolves still didn't retreat, he would be in a worse condition even if he won in the end. He would have to go into the Golden Page world to recover, but Yemo didn't want to go in. His spirit sense couldn't scan far here. Who knew if there was some powerful being who could see him? This possibility was very small, but he had to be careful. After eating a few pills, Yemo started to take the immortal beast cores of the wolves. After that fight, he killed tens of thousands of wolves. He didn't care about those level 1 wolves, but he took nearly 10,000 level 2 and level 3 immortal beast cores. More bodies were taken away by the void. After an entire day of fighting, his entire body was covered in wounds. But Yemo wasn't worried. He knew that his shape looked bad, but the real wounds were those left by the level 3 wolves. The wounds left by the level 2 wolves were very shallow and begun to heal with the immortal pills. The level 3 wolves' offensive power was far weaker than ordinary level 3 immortal beasts. Otherwise, he would be in a much more serious condition. The void was indeed full of danger. Yemo realized now why these people formed teams. If there was a team of a few hundred people, they wouldn't fear this wolf pack at all. He was by himself, so he was considered food to those wolves. The only reason he could beat so many wolves was because he was God state middle stage body refinement. Otherwise, what could he do but hide in the Golden Page world? Yemo put Zisu on his back and not in his storage ring. There was too much danger here. With the experience of fighting those wolves, Yemo made Blue Moon fly even faster. 3 days later, he encountered an asteroid group. These asteroids came at him like the wolf pack, sealing all directions of escape. This time, Yemo released the octagonal cauldron. Although he was heavily injured by the asteroid collisions, he still made it through. He encountered a few void sword rays, but they weren't very powerful and just gave Yemo a few more wounds. After this series of void danger, Yemo realized the importance of body refinement even more. If he wasn't God state body refinement, he would be dead already. Half a month later, Yemo emerged from a void formation covered in wounds. This void formation enclosed an asteroid that was tens of thousands of square kilometers and nailed it to the void. Some light seeped out of the formation. Outside the formation, there were the golden words, Chaos Star Realm Asteroid Door. There was a wave-like barrier. Yemo guessed it was the barrier to entering the Chaos Star Realm. Yemo breathed easy. For the last half-month, he had been fighting with his life every day in the void, but it wasn't without its benefits. His immortal essence and spirit sense were trained, and so was his body. He was just one step away from God State Tertiary Stage. Yemo walked into the void formation and landed on the huge asteroid. He found there were more than 1,000 cultivators here. Some were resting and more took out their runes ready to go in. A few extreme ones came here to do business. This was both the entrance and the exit. These cultivators who came here risked a lot of danger, but their profits were huge. Many cultivators who come out would try to sell the extra things they had immediately. Yemo's arrival caught the attention of almost all the cultivators here. These cultivators all came in groups. No cultivator below Great Immortal could come here alone. Even Great Immortals usually didn't want to cross here alone. Immortal beast packs, asteroids groups, wind blade waves. These all needed many people to stop. Yet these cultivators saw Yemo come here alone. Almost all cultivators were completely dazed. They didn't dare to believe what they saw. No one took Yemo on a team. Many people knew this, but they didn't expect this golden immortal primary stage really dared to come. Yemo was covered in wounds and blood. His ordinary low-grade immortal artifact hung across his back. He didn't look like an immortal, he looked like a mortal martial artist. Despite his blood and messy hair, the sharp, ferocious chi that emanated from him was like a sharp sword that was pulled out of its sheath. Was he really this powerful? Or was he just too lucky? Some cultivators started to think. Some of them were injured, but none were injured like Yemo or had such dense killing chi. Yemo scanned his spirit sense out. He didn't see Cui Mingli and immediately knew he probably went inside the Chaos Star Realm. There were cultivators who died, but they were usually less than 10%. Yemo didn't believe that Cui Mingli was that unlucky. He saw a few cultivators doing business, and so he walked over. Thud thud. Yemo's footsteps weren't heavy, but it felt like he stepped on the hearts of these cultivators. Those few captains who rejected Yemo looked at him in shock. They believed that Yemo was no match for them, but hearing his footsteps made them feel suffocated. He was probably lucky and only met a few level 1 or level 2 immortal beasts. Otherwise, would he be able to get here? Zhan Bingyu hadn't gone in yet. Just when she was about to go in, Yemo came here in such a shocking manner. She had seen too many crazy cultivators, but today she realized that compared to Yemo, those people were, at most, fighting with their lives. Yemo was giving his life away, but he crossed the void and didn't die. This Pill Master Yi is really lucky and bold. But if something happens to him, Martial Sister Nianmei will sigh. Hai Chuanwu saw Zhan Bingyu look at Yemo with shock and said, "Amicham." Zhan Bingyu just subconsciously nodded. She was still thinking about how Yemo came here. She didn't feel Yemo hid his power. Seeing Zhan Bingyu still stare at Yemo, Hai Chuanwu felt bored and took out the rune. "Martial Sister Bingyu, should we go in now?" She even forgot to answer, but she clearly heard Yemo ask for the price of an immortal beast core. The golden immortal even got up and saluted with his fists to Yemo. A level 1 immortal beast core is around 30 to 80 top-grade immortal crystals. Level 2 are around 100 to 300. Level 3 about 1,000 to 2,000 immortal crystals. So, expensive? Yemo was dazed. Chapter 1574. Only with power did respect come. Chapter 1574. Only with power did respect come. Those level 1 immortal beast cores were wasted. Yemo felt pity. He didn't take them because he thought they weren't worth any money. In the Blackweed town, a level 1 immortal beast core was at most a few top-grade immortal crystals. Why was the price here so high? It's not. The immortal beasts here are void immortal beasts. Their beast cores contain a sliver of void chi. If you concoct pills with such beast cores, the level of the immortal pills will be higher, and it's beneficial in helping cultivators cultivate space magic. So this was it. Yemo nodded. He took out 4 3-feet wolf beast cores and asked, "How much for these?" He thought that Yemo would take out tens of immortal beast cores, seeing that he was covered in wounds, but Yemo only took out 4. He felt disappointed, but he still said politely, "These are the beast cores of the very common 3-feet immortal wolves. I'll give you 130 top-grade immortal crystals for these 3 level 2 ones. As for this level 3 one, I'll give you 1,100 top-grade immortal crystals. What do you think?" "Okay." Then Yemo waved his hand and a stack of beast cores appeared before this cultivator. "Count and calculate." Those cultivators saw Yemo only take out 4 wolf beast cores, and more than half of the shock in their eyes disappeared. It seemed that this golden immortal primary stage was only lucky. But no one scorned him. A golden immortal primary stage could kill 3 level 2 and 1 level 3 beasts. It was normal that he was heavily injured. Even Zhan Bingyu breathed easy. She finally realized why Yemo could come here. It was luck. Any golden immortal primary stage who only encountered these would be able to get away. But when Yemo stacked up such a large pile of 3-feet wolf beast cores, these thousands of cultivators took a cold breath in and looked at Yemo in disbelief. No one would believe that Yemo killed all these by himself. Even a team wouldn't be able to do that. The wolves' attacks were weak and simplistic, but there were so many of them. There were nearly 10,000 beast cores here, and most of them were level 2, some even level 3. Could one person kill all these? Even an abstruse immortal wouldn't be able to kill so many and get this many beast cores. But if he didn't do it, who did? The wolves like to live in packs. They couldn't think that the wolves all spasmed upon seeing Yemo, or that someone was nice enough to leave all these beast cores for this golden immortal primary stage. "I finally understand why he said, 'What a waste,'" one cultivator exclaimed.
Why?
He threw away all the level 1 beast cores, and now that he realized the price was this high, he felt it was a waste. People took in cold breaths. There were so many level 2 beast cores, just how many level 1 beast cores did he throw away? If he was there at the time, he would be rich. Seeing the business cultivator still dazed, Yemo frowned and asked, "Do you want them or not? If you do, hurry up and count. If not, I'll find someone else." "Yes, yes," the cultivator quickly said. The cultivator quickly finished and said respectfully, "There are 8,030 level 2 beast cores and 13 level 3 beast cores. This is 1,058,200 top-grade immortal crystals. Facing an immortal who could kill tens of thousands of wolves, he didn't dare to show any disrespect. This many immortal crystals?" The cultivators took a cold breath in. This guy just went for a spin in the void and got so many immortal crystals. If there was so much to earn, why even go to the Chaos Star realm? Yemo took the million immortal crystals and was very satisfied. It seemed cultivation was about going around and finding cultivation resources. Only then would he have more fortune. The cultivators around here fell silent. Even an idiot could tell that Yemo killed all those wolves. "I didn't expect him to be this strong, such crowd-attacking power. He's even stronger than her." Zhan Bingyu took in a cold breath. But she knew Yemo didn't hide his power, or the great immortals at Extreme Sword Sect would know. To be able to kill so many, it meant that he either had a secret technique or a powerful rune. She doubted that Yemo killed them with his own power. This was just too unbelievable. After all, Yemo was only golden immortal primary stage. It was possible if he used other means. In the immortal realm, there were many powerful runes, but they were just very hard to get. If it was a rune made by an immortal emperor, then 10 times more of the wolves would still be nothing. Yemo didn't go with other people to put the rune into the void immediately. He just closed his eyes, ate a few pills, and started to rest. He had been fighting nonstop in the void, and this asteroid door was for cultivators to rest. At this moment, no cultivators dared to disturb Yemo. Even those few abstruse immortal cultivators who suspected Yemo had some secret didn't come up to say anything. 15 minutes later, Yemo suddenly got up. His immortal essence and spirit sense had pretty much recovered. He saw that many cultivators on here had gone, and immediately took out his space laceration rune. A golden immortal peak stage standing at the entrance saw Yemo and immediately asked, "Friend, come into the Chaos Star realm with us?" Yemo nodded and stood with this group of cultivators. Zhan Bingyu sighed. This guy couldn't even find a team before, but now there were people inviting him. The leader of this group was an abstruse immortal primary stage. He saw Yemo come over and nodded to him. "When I say one, everyone release their runes at the same time and open the barrier. 3, 2, 1, 300 or so cultivators released their runes at the same time. Yemo did so as well. It seemed there was nothing special about Yemo, but those few abstruse immortal cultivators changed their faces. They were certain now that Yemo killed all those void wolves by himself. Yemo released his rune rapidly, and the tier range was larger than multiple cultivators around him combined. These abstruse immortal didn't know that Yemo only used half his immortal essence and spirit sense. He didn't want to show off too much. Yet even with this, his range was much greater than a few golden immortal cultivators combined. Yemo immediately realized what happened. His battles in the void condensed his immortal essence, and that Qin Peifu's power was great. His rune was more powerful than the other runes. Scorched like a ripped cloth, the barrier opened a dark void fissure under the explosion of hundreds of runes. "Go in," the abstruse immortal said and crossed over. The rest of the cultivators followed. When Zhan Bingyu wanted to see Yemo was already gone. She found in shock that she didn't even see when Yemo went in. "Martial sister Bingyu, let's go in together," Hai Chuanwu said. "Okay." Bingyu nodded. She was done resting. A cool sensation came. This was Yemo's first impression here. He scanned around with his spirit sense. It still couldn't reach max range, but it was much better than in the void. Everything within 1,000 kilometers was encompassed within his spirit sense. There didn't seem to be any life nor danger around him. It was just chaos. A few distant stars decorated the sky, giving this place some life. "Everyone, I'll be leaving first." The golden immortal peak stage saluted with his fists to everyone and flew off. The rest of the cultivators started to disperse. Just when Yemo was planning to leave, there was a terrifying howl, and the cultivators who hadn't left stared at the direction in shock. A golden immortal tertiary stage was ripped into bloody mist and fell over. Yemo looked dazedly at the place the cultivator died. His spirit sense didn't see anything. Yemo looked dazedly at the place the cultivator died. His spirit sense didn't see anything. There were no void openings nor space wind blades. How could a cultivator die for no reason, and in such a bloody manner? Shadowless vulture. One abstruse immortal called out in terror. What is shadowless vulture? One golden immortal tertiary stage asked. The abstruse immortal said seriously, shadowless vulture is human-faced and vulture-bodied. It can fly in the void, and is best at hiding its power. Below great immortal, no one can find shadowless vulture with his spirit sense. If a lone cultivator falls into the eyes of the shadowless vulture, it can only await death because it will follow you until it kills you. They love devouring cultivator essence spirit. That cultivator's essence spirit was devoured by shadowless vulture. It's one of the most terrifying beings in the Chaos Star Realm. It's also called the Star Realm Killer. Those cultivators who didn't know about it looked at each other. They just came in and encountered something this powerful. How were they to survive? Shadowless vulture. Yemo had seen this name many times. Foam Chuanma's jade slip mentioned it. It was just as this abstruse immortal cultivator said, but Foam Chuanma's brother said it was only in the depth of the star realm. Why was it here? I heard a Qianbei say it's only in the depths of the realm. Why did we see it as soon as we came in? That abstruse immortal primary stage asked heavily. What do we do? One golden immortal peak stage asked worriedly. We can only form teams and try not to be picked off. We can't fly here. Stick to the ground. The shadowless vulture loves ambushing flying cultivators. They feel that they're the overlord of the skies. Any flying cultivator will be considered to be challenging their authority, one cultivator answered. Then, the cultivator looked at Yemo. Before no one wanted to take Yemo on a team, but now they guessed Yemo's power was very powerful. If Yemo could go on a team with them, it would be great. Seeing that cultivator look at him, of course Yemo knew what he meant. But he didn't want to form a team, and even if he did, he wouldn't form a team with someone he didn't know. Yemo didn't answer. His spirit sense scanned to the void where the cultivator died. There was nothing there, but suddenly Yemo used his spirit sense blade. Then, there was a faint shadow shrieking as it flew into the sky. So it feared spirit sense blades. Zissou brought out a purple light. Splurged just like that dying cultivator. A blood arrow shot out, and the shadow in the sky landed on the ground. A human-faced vulture with huge wings fell to the ground. This bird was 3 meters long. Some cultivators who hadn't left saw Yemo could kill the shadowless vulture, and were even more shook. Now, no one doubted him about the wolves. The shadowless vultures had dominated the Chaos Star Realm, and no one had been able to kill them. Few had even seen what they looked like. Yet this golden immortal primary stage killed one with one strike. Friend or good, you can even kill the shadowless vulture. Wang admires your power. That abstruse immortal treated Yemo as someone equal to him now. Those few golden immortal tertiary stages looked at Yemo with some reverence. One golden immortal tertiary stage said to Yemo with admiration, Martial brother, the shadowless vulture's beast core is the most valuable. The main feathers of its 2 wings are extreme-grade forgery materials best for flying magic artifacts. Thank you. Yemo really didn't know what parts of it were worth money. Yemo took the beast core and the 2 main feathers and told that golden immortal cultivator, the rest is yours. Thank you, Qianbei. There was surprise and joy in the golden immortal tertiary stage's eyes, and he quickly charged up, taking the entire body. To him, only a Qianbei wouldn't take such things. I'm going. Then Yemo quickly disappeared into the star realm. So powerful. That abstruse immortal looked at Yemo's figure and approved. That golden immortal peak stage next to him nodded. Indeed, I rarely hear people can kill a shadowless vulture in here, but a golden immortal primary stage could do it. It's too amazing. The abstruse immortal shook his head. I think he's not necessarily golden immortal primary stage. Can a cultivator who can force a shadowless vulture out of stealth and kill it be golden immortal primary stage? Yemo put Zissou on his back. He didn't go on Blue Moon or Zissou. Before understanding how the shadowless vulture ambushed, he really didn't dare to fly. A day later, Yemo didn't find any valuable trial grounds nor any valuable immortal spirit herbs. He didn't even see a shadowless vulture again. This place was like that world where he ascended from. Yemo didn't keep searching. He dug a cultivation home and went in, using the time formation disc to cultivate for a few days before coming out. He thought there was danger everywhere, but now it didn't seem so. 3 days later, Yemo felt the immortal spirit chi here was getting denser and denser. At this moment, Yemo realized that in order to undergo the trial, one had to go to the depths. On the 4th day, Yemo stopped outside a huge valley. He felt the suction of this valley as though he was going to be sucked in and torn to pieces. Star Realm Whirlwind? Yemo murmured. This was one of the most dangerous places in the outskirts of the Star Realm. Ordinary cultivators who got sucked in would be twisted into pieces by the power of the whirlpool. This power was irresistible. It would gradually shed the cultivator layer by layer until bones were left. Even so, the bones would even be turned into fine dust. The strange thing about it was that no matter where you stood, it would take your flesh layer by layer. It wouldn't take your entire body suddenly, but you wouldn't be able to move at all. The force here wasn't something that cultivators below Great Immortal could resist. Yemo didn't retreat because of this. He had chosen a few places for body refinement, and this was one of them. He put away Zissou and used God State body refinement to the max, slowly walking into the valley. Yemo couldn't scan his spirit sense into the wind. It couldn't even reach out 3 meters. 10 steps later, the powerful suction ripped away Yemo's armor. After a few more steps, that terrifying lacerating power came. He couldn't move at all now. He could only sit here and let the wind tear at his body. The force swiped from the surface of his body. He used his 3-birth chant to calculate the next steps of the body refinement cultivation method. Yemo approximately knew the immortal realm body refinement cultivation method. In the immortal realm, when cultivators reached Great Immortal, their body was equal to God State, but the tenacity and recovery was far from God State body refinement. If a cultivator reached God State peak stage and continued in body refinement, the body wouldn't be able to take it. At this moment, the body refinement cultivator would face his greatest test. That was nirvana. Only after nirvana would the body go under fundamental evolution and become an immortal nirvana body. If a cultivator reached God State peak stage and continued in body refinement, the body wouldn't be able to take it. At this moment, the body refinement cultivator would face his greatest test. That was nirvana. Only after nirvana would the body go under fundamental evolution and become an immortal nirvana body. So, nirvana was extremely important for body refinement cultivators. Many body refinement cultivators failed nirvana and forever regretted it their entire lives. After nirvana failure, a light consequence would be that they couldn't practice body refinement anymore and could only focus on Tao cultivation. The serious consequences would be that one would only have an essence spirit left. Even with an immortal essence spirit, they would have to find rare treasures to rebuild their body. After that, it was pretty much impossible for body refinement again. If nirvana was successful, the cultivator's body refinement would reach immortal nirvana body. But immortal nirvana body was only an intermediate state. This process was divided into 4 states: primary stage, middle stage, tertiary stage, and peak stage. Once an immortal nirvana body reached peak stage, the body refinement cultivator would officially reach immortal spirit body. This was the greatest hope for immortal realm body refinement cultivators and the greatest they could achieve. An immortal spirit body was also divided into 4 stages. Although for most immortal realm cultivators, immortal spirit body was pretty much the extreme, it wasn't the highest state of body refinement. After immortal spirit body peak stage, one could reach immortal god body, but rarely could cultivators in the immortal realm reach this. Even so, immortal god body wasn't the peak of immortal realm body refinement. After immortal god body peak stage, the body refinement cultivator would reach a peak, and that was divine body. Since the ancient times, it was said that only one cultivator had been able to reach divine body. Yi-Mo didn't plan to reach nirvana now. He just planned to reach God state peak stage and find another place to achieve nirvana. Nirvana not only needed dense immortal spirit chi, but it was also best if there were top-grade immortal spirit herbs. In this whirlwind, even Yi-Mo's body felt pain. Slashes on his body appeared, but Yi-Mo didn't move and kept using the three-birth chant for body refinement while completing his body refinement cultivation method. 2 months later, Yi-Mo's bones cracked, and he suddenly got up. He knew he had reached God state tertiary stage. Now, Yi-Mo felt that the tearing of the whirlpool was much weaker to him. He went a few thousand meters deeper into the whirlpool and continued body refinement. His immortal nirvana body cultivation method was completed, and he even reached immortal spirit body primary stage. He just needed to reach God state peak stage and leave. Although he could reach nirvana in the depths of the wind whirlpool, this wasn't the best place nor the best time for nirvana. Plus, without top-grade immortal spirit herbs for nirvana, it wouldn't be good even if he didn't fail. 2 months later, Yi-Mo walked out of the star realm wind whirlpool with a ferocious temperament. He had reached God state peak stage now. He had been in here for a few months and still hadn't found a place for cultivating spirit sense and immortal essence. Body refinement, like cultivation, got progressively harder, even many times harder than ordinary cultivation. Yi-Mo released Blue Moon and started flying slowly. He didn't dare to go very fast, fearing there would be shadowless vultures. Yi-Mo didn't go very fast to begin with, but the deeper he went, the faster he went. He formed a spirit sense domain around him. Yi-Mo thought that since spirit sense blades could reveal shadowless vultures, his spirit sense domain could prevent their ambush. It was far from reaching completion like his sword domain, but it could still allow him to sense things. Just when he was thinking about if this would be useful to shadowless vultures, there was a ripple in his spirit sense domain. Yi-Mo shot out multiple spirit sense blades without hesitation. 2 faint shadows appeared before him. Yi-Mo instantly hacked out with Zisu. Purple rays flashed, and one shadowless vulture was instantly torn apart. The other flew away rapidly. Yi-Mo took the body and chased towards the other one instead. Yi-Mo was going to kill those who tried to kill him, be it cultivators or immortal beasts, no matter what. If he didn't have a spirit sense domain, he would have been ambushed already. Even though he was God state peak stage and didn't fear the ambush, who knows what would happen. He also heard that they were very vengeful and wouldn't let a cultivator go, no matter what. If he let this one go, it would follow him, everyone in the darkness. So Yi-Mo brought Blue Moon's speed almost to the max, and in half a minute, he felt that shadowless vulture in his spirit sense domain again. But it was indeed very fast. Even though he brought Blue Moon's speed to the max, he still couldn't catch up to it, but he felt distance was closing. The shadowless vultures had never expected that they would one day be hunted by cultivators. It had always been them who hunted cultivators. Many golden immortals and abstruse immortals saw Yi-Mo hunting that shadowless vulture like crazy and were astonished. These cultivators couldn't see the shadowless vulture, but they could see Yi-Mo accelerating like crazy. In a place like the Chaos Star Realm, he dared to go so fast on a flying magic artifact. Did he not want to live? If people could fly in the sky, there wouldn't be all these cultivators walking on the ground. Near a pond, an icy cold female cultivator was holding off against 2 abstruse immortal cultivators. Yi-Mo chased past here, and the 3 saw Yi-Mo at the same time. They didn't know why Yi-Mo was flying in the air so fast, and all showed expressions of shock. Yi-Mo saw the 3 too. He knew one of them, that female cultivator, was Bingyu. The two standing off against her were both abstruse immortals too. One of them was the one who introduced the shadowless vulture when he first entered here.
The three seemed to be about to fight.
Yi Mo didn't have the mood to care about it. He was determined to kill that shadowless vulture. "Pill Master Yi," Bingyu called out in shock, but Yi Mo was long gone. Seeing that Yi Mo didn't even stop, Bingyu frowned. Was Yi Mo not afraid of death? Did he not know about the shadowless vulture? That shadowless vulture probably knew he couldn't escape this crazy cultivator and suddenly turn around instead, charging at Yi Mo with rapid speed. Yi Mo sighed. This was completely illogical. It was flying like lightning ahead, and then suddenly turned 180 degrees without any pause or decrease in speed. Some ordinary cultivator might have fallen for this, but Yi Mo was ready. He released Zisu, and the shadowless vulture charged into his sword chi. A sharp hull swooshed across the void, and that shadowless vulture was hacked in half. After taking its beast core and main feathers, Yi Mo returned the way he came from. He would helping you if he could. After all, this woman saved him twice. Before he even got back, the three people had begun fighting. It was those two abstruse immortals attacking Bingyu. Seeing Yi Mo fly back, the three subconsciously stopped. Yi Mo approved of this Bingyu. She wasn't bad. "Friend, long time no see." Seeing Yi Mo land, that abstruse immortal who came with Yi Mo here saluted with his fists. Chapter 1577. Extremely Shameless Person. Chapter 1577. Extremely Shameless Person. Zhen Bingyu's face was cold and didn't say anything. But that abstruse immortal primary stage who didn't know Yi Mo looked at his partner in confusion, not understanding why an abstruse immortal would greet a golden immortal primary stage. Yi Mo smiled and saluted with his fists. "Indeed, long time no see. I saw you were going very fast. You seem to be chasing something," that abstruse immortal primary stage asked in confusion. Yi Mo knew there were shadowless vultures. Why did he still go so fast? "I was ambushed by that thing and it annoyed me, so I chased up and killed it," Yi Mo said. How could this abstruse immortal not know that the thing was the shadowless vulture? Hearing this, that abstruse immortal cultivator was extremely shook. Yi Mo killed a lurking shadowless vulture, but now he could even chase up and kill them. This guy was probably the first to do this. Yi Mo didn't feel he was very powerful to be able to kill the shadowless vulture. Shadowless vultures only had speed and expertise in stealth, but that was it. Why were the cultivators here so afraid of them? He really didn't understand. In the immortal realm, many cultivators began to use spirit sense attacks. Did the other cultivators not know shadowless vultures were scared of spirit sense cultivation method? Little did he know that there weren't many spirit sense cultivation methods in the immortal realm either. Most immortals could use their spirit sense to attack, as after reaching a certain level of cultivation, their spirit sense was powerful enough to be freely controlled to that extent. However, they wouldn't use it as a main method of attack. It was a method that higher-powered cultivators used to dominate low-level cultivators. Yi Mo knew the importance of spirit sense cultivation method, so he never stopped perfecting his spirit sense cultivation method. Almost all his magic artifacts were related to spirit sense, and his spirit sense's power directly affected his power. Yi Mo would always pursue anything that could improve his spirit sense. Even though he was a golden immortal primary stage now, his spirit sense was no weaker than that of abstruse immortal primary stage cultivators. "I'm Wang Yi, I come from Yuan Heaven." This abstruse immortal primary stage immediately wanted to connect with Yi Mo. He planned to do so when Yi Mo first killed Shadowless Vulture, but Yi Mo left too quickly, and he didn't get the chance. That cultivator with Wang Yi heard this and looked at him with even more confusion. He thought Wang Yi knew Yi Mo before, but now it seemed he didn't. "I'm Yi Mo, a solo cultivator," Yi Mo replied and then asked, "Why did you three have conflict?" Wang Yi quickly said, "There are 4 six-winged purple radishes in the pond." 6-winged purple radishes? Yi Mo thought, and scanned his spirit sense. He immediately saw them growing under a strange rock. These were good things. 6 winged purple radishes were level 5 immortal spirit herbs and had 6 leaves that were like wings. They could be used to concoct the snow wing pill, a pill for curing pill poison. It was a true treasure for all cultivators in the immortal realm. Even Emo was touched. He had a few pill poison remedy pills also, including the stalagmite benefit pill, but the pitiful thing was ever since he reached the immortal realm, the use of the stalagmite benefit pill dropped greatly. It was a bit useful when he was a hollow immortal, but when he reached golden immortal, it was negligible. He was an immortal pill great master. How could he not be interested? Yes, I saw them first, and I was planning to split 2 each with my friend, but this woman saw them and wanted to take 2. Of course, we wouldn't agree. Wang Yi respected Emo greatly, and said it all. Martial sister Bingyu, since brother Wang found them first, I think maybe you shouldn't take them, Emo immediately said while thinking about how to trade them from Wang Yi. Zhan Bingyu sneered. They found them? Did you see them? If I say I found them first, would you believe it? In reality, I found them first. I saw them and immediately came over. They were close and arrived here about the same time. She found them first, but she was further away, and so they got here at the same time. She only wanted 2, but they didn't want to give a single one to her. How could Emo give up on such a thing? Emo coughed. Martial sister Bingyu, brother Wang, and this friend. Since there are 4 here, and you guys can't really divide them, I think everyone who sees them gets a share, so how about 1 each? Hearing this, everyone looked dazedly at Emo. 1 each? This meant that he was asking one for himself? They had never seen someone so shameless. Zhan Bingyu thought, even if someone wanted this, only this dude would be able to say something this shameless. More strangely, this guy was only golden immortal primary stage. If it was some other abstruse immortal, he would have slapped already. Wang Yi was dazed but quickly reacted. Clearly, to dare to bring up such proposal meant Emo didn't fear anyone. Even if they divided 4 amongst 3, they would get at most 1 and a little bit more, so he might as well give 1 to Emo. However, he heard his friend sneer. Before his friend could say anything, Wang Yi quickly said, I agree. Brother Wang Yu, the other abstruse immortal primary stage, stared at Wang Yi in shock and confusion. You actually agreed to give 1 6-winged purple radish to a golden immortal primary stage. Wang Yi was very contemptuous on the inside. Although this partner came from the same heaven domain as him, he wouldn't care what he thought. If he had conflict with Emo, he wouldn't intervene. He could use this to see Emo's true power. I'm good friends with Brother Yi, plus Brother Ye's method is good, Wang Yi said. I disagree, that abstruse immortal said without hesitation. Emo ignored him and looked at Zhan Bingyu asking, Martial sister Bingyu, what do you think? Zhan Bingyu calmed down. She wouldn't agree from the bottom of her heart, but thinking Emo became friends with this Wang Yi and was Nianmei's Dao partner, she didn't need to offend Emo. She fell silent for a moment and said, in that case, I'll just have 1. Emo looked at the cultivator. It's 3 against 1, you still disagree? Keep dreaming, the abstruse immortal said coldly and looked at Wang Yi. Brother Wang, I'm going to teach this golden immortal primary stage a lesson. Are you okay with that? Wang Yi's face looked bad. You're both my friends. Of course I won't help anyone, but everyone is friends. Please stay harmonious. Everyone knew what Wang Yi truly intended, but Emo didn't care. He wasn't afraid of this abstruse immortal primary stage. Okay, this abstruse immortal primary stage Long had enough of this cocky golden immortal primary stage and released his magic artifact. Seeing both Wang Yi and Zhan Bingyu retreat, he settled his heart. He was afraid that woman would help Emo. Now that she didn't, he planned to kill this cocky golden immortal primary stage as soon as possible. Zhan Bingyu didn't intend to help Emo indeed. She had helped him many times already. Plus, even though she barely agreed to Emo taking her purple radish, she still felt uncomfortable. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.